Yo, welcome to Team RaddTitan. We are back. It's another week in the statue collecting community. This is the longest running chat in the history of the game. We are on chat number 230, and we're going to be running through some updates and latest shares and all that kind of jazz. We'll be taking all your questions and having a good old chin wag with you all.
Yeah.
You know, at some point as well.
I was glad we were back the other day. I was happy to be back.
Yes, it was good to be back. Well, we took a hiatus for like 6 months while you sat on the beach and drank coconuts and other shit that you were doing.
Well, it wasn't that long, dickhead. But yeah.
Well, it was that, wasn't it? You were having fun, so we had to.
No, we did one. We did one in like March, I think.
Yes.
Yeah,
but you were still on holiday when you did that.
Yeah. So I still did one while I was on holiday, didn't I? All right. So it was 6 months this time. Let's go straight through the comments. I know Chris, I can't remember his name now, Sci-Fi, I can't actually remember his name, Sci-Fi Terminator 1987 or something.
He changed it a lot, that's why.
Yeah, he commented it's Chris Harris. I know. Whenever I see it, I just see Chris Harris anyway. Chris Harris said he was going to be in bed, so he's going to watch on the rerun, so we'll see him there. Happy JCG in the house. He missed us last week, so he's finally going to get us to see us live after a long time.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome. Great work on your custom shelving that you've been making yourself. Very good work there. Cool Collectibles. Looking forward to the show, guys. Me too. Black Magic-ish. Welcome back, gents. Welcome back. Namor watching the RaddTitan Weapon X assembly and waiting. Ooh, can't remember.
Might be there fucking while.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually going to help you assemble, but
I wouldn't trust that.
Pretty be good for laughs, for shits and giggles. So I got this shit on the desk.
That's quite an underrated piece. That piece, I still quite like that.
I still like it. It's still I think it's one of my favourite Wolverine pieces for sure. I really like it. A few problems with mine with bits leaning though, but that was because we had a stupid heat wave when it happened.
Yeah, but also as well,
it's
a bad choice of materials probably. Then, if it's affected by that, it shouldn't really be, to be honest.
I know, it got well hot. It was that time when my fucking house cracked. Today we are Highland Park Viking Tribe. Ooh, here you go.
Is that a whiskey?
It's a single malt whiskey, that is, yeah.
Nice. I'm drinking Buxton Sparkling.
Okay. Heavy stuff.
Somebody needs to fucking stay on point and not slur 1 hour and 20 minutes into this chat. What it is, George, I swear to God.
Alrighty. Then, where are we? So next up, we've got Nick Chesh in the house, treating us to a second live chat in 5 days, legends. Yeah, we just we couldn't do last Wednesday because George was being a little bitch and he wanted to watch his football team lose. So, and then he didn't want to do Thursday because he was still sulking about his football team losing. So we did the Friday.
All of those things are completely true. I can't deny any of those things. They're all completely right.
Andy Henry in the house. Stuck from further. Good evening, chaps. Hope all is hunky-dory. I need to talk to you, Stucker. I still haven't arranged the day to come and visit you because that was meant to happen today, and that went downhill quite quickly. So, yeah.
Well, yeah, I spoke to his dad today, and he started. I don't know why he gave him the phone. We should have a word about that later. He just had there's nothing worse when you're talking to someone. And they go, "George, you there?" And you go, "Yeah," and then they hand the phone to somebody else. Just like, "Hello."
No, when we were talking, he goes, "Oh, is that George? Let me talk to George." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
He's like, "Yeah, it's George. Fucking padlock on the back of my house. Fucking people." I was just like, oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah, that kind of escalated quite a lot. So we had we had a massive argument about that.
You mean
Yeah, sorry, I choked on my water there. I was like, but did you had an argument with your dad, or you had an argument with the people?
No, I had an argument with Dad for being a fucking child. God.
Isn't it funny that when you're a child and your dad is so fucking serious and annoying, and then you grow up and then you have to take over, and now your dad is the fucking child and you're the fucking straight one.
That's the thing, is the fact that, like, the thing he did today, which I'm not going to repeat, but if I was 14, it's probably something that we would have done. And he did it today, so I shouted at him for doing it.
As he would have shouted at us, I'm sure. Yeah,
as he would have shouted. You would have got sent home.
I definitely would have been sent home. You should have sent your mum home.
I would have been. No, fuck. He can go home. No, I would have been. I basically would. You would have been sent home, and I would be sent to the neighbour to apologise. That's what would have happened. But he wouldn't do that. I was like saying to him, and he's like, just go, yeah. Do you want me to go around there and punch him in the face? Do you think that'll make it better? And I'm like, no. Why would that make it better? God, what's wrong with you? It's like I told you this story the other day, right? Basically, when George and I were kids, we were fucking stupid. We did so many stupid things.
Good times.
We anything you think that you can't hurt yourself or do any damage with, we ended up going to like accident emergency because of that thing, which is like probably one of the safest things. And what happened, like, when we were kids, we had like we managed to get hold of a couple of like BB guns and pellet guns and stuff like that. And quite recently, right, within the last 4 years, my parents got a house in Spain, so I went over to Spain, and we went to go to the supermarket. And my dad was like, "Oh, just come to this hardware shop, Alex. I just need to pick something up." So like my mum goes into the supermarket. We go in there, and it's like this shop full of utter shit. And it's all like, there's this fucking like tomahawk axes and stuff, which is pretty cool, but you know. And then
that's my kind of stuff.
We go through all the tools and things, and he goes right to the back. He knows where he's going. He points up and he goes, "Look at that!" It's like, what's that? Like a 2.2 rifle? Yeah. Go. Okay. He goes, "Do you want one?" I was like, "Not really." No. He goes, You should look into getting one. You know, they're pretty cheap. You know, I think they're like €500. You should get one. I was like, I don't want one. He goes, "Alex, look, you should get one. I've asked Deb. I asked Deb, and she won't let me have one. If you buy one and you bring it back, we'll be okay." I was like, I don't fucking want a rifle. I don't want to spend €500 on a shitty rifle. He goes, "Yeah, but look, imagine all the rabbits and all the things we can shoot on the land." I'm like, yeah, it's not happening. And then we go, and he's like sulking and having like a bit of a hissy fit about it. And then we go to the supermarket, and then she's like, "Oh, what took you so long? Where did you go?" I was like, "Oh, he was trying to get me to buy a fucking air rifle." And she goes, "Rob, I told you you're not allowed the air rifle. What are you doing?" But it was just like, I had this flashback when I was like about 14 in Spain and trying to buy a fucking knife. You know, it was just like, oh god.
Yeah, it's funny how the roles reverse. Now your dad's trying to get you to actually buy a weapon that you could kill yourself or other people with, and probably would.
Well, anyway, yeah. So I hope you're going to talk about the Hulk tumor growing out of his arm. It was actually Cap Rogers. He said that looks like it could be the hand, and he kind of explained it. And I was like, I see what you're saying, but it looks well out of scale, so you need to see it from other angles. But we do have the Hulk versus Hulkbuster in there. Boombox. All right, Alex. So already running late. Yeah, that was Gia this time. Untouchable Cantu in the house. T-minus 1 minute. Yeah, that was really late. But yeah, I hope everyone is well and blessed. Vibe N2L. Alex better be late because he's in the kitchen getting a tofifi. Oh, man.
I love tofifis.
Do you know what I did with tofifis, right? You can buy a packet, which I swear is like, it was like 96 tofifis. It's like a massive packet. And I thought to myself, if I get 96 tofifis, I'm not going to be able to eat that many of them. Yeah, I ate half a box, and then the other half box about an hour later.
I've got to be honest, I have never seen anybody put sweet stuff away, but you can.
I can do
at
it.
The moment, I'm sort of training, so I'm trying to not eat anything like that, and certainly not at night. So what I'm doing is I find myself, I'm brushing my teeth for bed at 7 p.m. So you don't eat nothing. Just like, yeah, brush my teeth. I can't eat that. Come on,
Well,
you know you want an ice cream, don't you? Brush your teeth again. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Fuck.
that's the thing is because I try not to eat the stuff, and I know that if it's in the house, I'll eat it. So I try not to buy it, and I try not to have it. But I just know that if it's in the house and I eat
one time we had a meeting, there was, I don't know what there was, but you must have bought like a family pack of Snickers or something, and nobody ate them, and you ate them all.
But Mars bar, I do Mars bars, but I don't do Snickers.
Yeah, you fucking ate them all. No one wanted them, and you ate every single one of them. At the end of the day, there was none, and I swear to God, there was about 9 bars in there, and we only were together about fucking 12 hours. You literally had a Mars bar every 45 minutes, like an hour,
do you know what?
hour and a half.
Do you know what I went home with that day as well? Diabetes. Alonso Mosley, somebody is messing with the time stone again. Elbow cough. Taras, Luch my reader in the house. I want my money back. Touchable can to force advertising. We got to get you in and then got you like have this little moment if you wanted us. We're not used to it. Luke in the house. Hey, there's the boys. And Denny Lee, what's up, RT crew? Good to catch us live. You missed us last time. Love seeing those mugs everywhere now that Alex is done with. What? Love seeing those mugs every week. Oh, faces, yeah. Now that Alex is done with his North Tropical vacation, Gio's off soon, though, isn't he?
Yeah. Hopefully.
Any news on shipping on any Iron Maiden? Nothing yet, mate. Nothing yet. Collector Zone, hello from the States. Hello, everyone.
Yo.
Hello. Let's get these boys likes up, gents. Yeah, give a thumbs up.
How many people are watching at the moment?
54 at the moment. I'm just running through there. Passion for Art. What's up, Greens from Amsterdam? Let's talk about Green Studios 1/3 and Heavyweight. Catwoman on pod, please. Damn, I didn't do the.
I saw a video of that. That's fucking crazy.
I didn't do the actual whole picture of it, did I? I got the face, but I haven't got the whole picture of it. I'm about to get that. PA in the House of Gog. And, okay, Adam, if you're listening, I don't know if you just come in to say hello and pretend to be here, but if you're listening, send me the. Actually, Josh is better. Send me the picture of the Anne Hathaway on a bike, please. One of you. Just showing my roommate his first. Richie film. Oh, the first Guy Ritchie film last night. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Love that film. If you guys watch anything good lately, I do like Lock, Stock. I did watch A Gentleman. I don't like it really. It's a bit too dragged out. I do like Statch as well. You like his other one though. You like his King Arthur film, don't you?
Yeah.
He well tried to set up Joe Rogan the way he was talking to him. Right. He was talking about. They were talking about stuff, and then I think they started talking about Jason Stratham instead, about his martial arts background and whatever else. And basically, Guy Ritchie was talking about that, and talking about martial arts, and you can tell it was like he was trying to get an answer from Joe Rogan about training, and Joe Rogan starts talking about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and what did he do? The kicking one, Taekwondo, yeah, and also he did like kickboxing and stuff like that. But he starts talking about that, and you could tell by the questioning that Guy Ritchie was kind of setting him up a little bit, and he was kind of like talking about that. And I think Joe Rogan even goes, you can come train, or when you train with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, blah blah. And then Guy Ritchie was like leading him into the question with the comment, and he goes, "Yeah, with black belt under blah 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 Gracie." You're just like, yeah, I was a bit dickish when you did that. You could have just said it,
Yeah. But I don't get the impression that he's a particularly non-dickish person, to be honest. Yeah, I like his films, but I definitely reckon guys out he'd rub me up the wrong way for sure.
Probably. Richard, go. So have you seen anything good lately? I mean, the last good film I saw was probably Snyder Cut. To be honest with you.
No, not really. I mean, my wife is absolutely killing the fucking below deck fucking thing, which is just like I can't get away from it.
What?
It's like fucking yachting. It's like about yachting. So it's like imagine like a reality TV show where they follow the staff on a yacht, on like a super yacht, and it's all about like their charters and shit like that.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of hot women in it, but I mean, I just can't escape it at the moment. Whenever I go in the front room, that's what's fucking on. It's that's what like when somebody stumbles across something, like my missus stumbles across something she really likes. You want to hope there's just one season that's come out. If she goes to my father-in-law and's like, right, I want this, I like this. Can you download the seasons for me? Like, or how many are there? So it's like Below Deck Mediterranean or something like that. It's fucking 5 seasons. So, and there's about fucking 16, 17 episodes, an hour each. So you just imagine what fucking hour. I'm on season 4. No, I'm on season 5, I think. So can you imagine what the fuck is going on?
But what is like the drama element of that is that they run in late for something.
They're fucking each other, going out of each other, breaking up with each other, fucking flirting with the guests, fucking doing a shit job. It's typical reality crap TV. I mean, in terms of like the last good film I watched, I would agree with you. I think it's probably the Snyder Cut's the last good thing I saw.
Yeah. That is definitely
the last good film that I actually surprised me saw that was amazing was The Accountant.
Oh, when did you watch that?
A long time ago, but that was one that I was actually just like sitting watching. I was like, this film is fucking awesome.
Plays it very well, doesn't he? Plays it really well.
I'm a big fan of that though. I quite like Ben Affleck. So
yeah. Richard Gauthier in the house.
I might say he might be my favourite Batman.
I like him as Batman. Apart from
I think he might be my favourite Batman. I think he is.
With the Josh Whedon cut though, they fucked him. They just made him into a clown. Yeah,
I don't. But I mean, Batman versus Superman and all that. I dig it a lot. So
yeah. We went to see it in the cinema. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. So Richard Gauthier in the house. Happy JCG TikTok. Mr. Wick. The Gentleman was great. Colin Farrell was great. There are bits in it. There's a bit with Colin Farrell in the gym that made me laugh, where he's talking to that Ernie guy, and I can't repeat that part, but yeah,
you got to watch him Bruges, man. It's fucking
in Bruges. The seesaw part made me roll off. Punisher XS favorite statue channel. Give that man a cookie. Yeah. Got a drink to that.
Take that shit to the bank.
Jason Peckin, fuck, it's good to have you back again in the week. Seriously, isn't the same without you guys. Thank you very much. God
bless, man.
I already have the Ultimate Hulkbuster with XM. Same goes for Hulk Transformation. I'm kind of glad I don't love the new Hulk versus Hulkbuster Dio. Money saved, I'd rather put into crypto. Oh, crypto's on the way up again. I love food. I'll never have a 6, 4, or 2 pack. Yeah, I love food too. Neville,
I'm not interested in that.
Good to see you back.
And it's an aesthetics thing that I'm not really interested in.
Matt Gomez, what's up, Alex? What's up, Gio and Alex? Hope you guys have been doing good.
Doing good, man. Doing good.
Not bad. Neville Collector's Zone, but Snatch was great. So was Rock and Roller. I don't actually think I've seen Rock and Roller.
I think I've seen bits of it. I don't think I've seen it all the way through.
I get mixed up.
If you like them kind of films as well, it is good. Layer Cake.
I like Layer Cake.
Layer Cake's a very good film.
Layer Cake, but I get mixed up with Rock and Roller and something like it's called 21 or something like that. There's a film and they're both quite similar, and I get mixed up with the two of them. I can't remember which one's which. I saw The Wrath of Man and liked it.
Yeah, I like the look of the trailer. Looks bad.
Who's in that?
I like it. Stratham.
Oh, okay, cool. Beckham was Oscar worthy in King Arthur. LOL. Nicholas, some lad just unboxed Fowler's cool piece, but a couple of flaws. Hopefully, we'll get it sorted. Yeah, he had some fingerprints in the paint and stuff like that. He needs to get sorted.
Yeah,
out.
It didn't look good, man. The back of it didn't look good either.
Yeah,
so it's disappointing, really, especially when you spent all that kind of bread on that. That's
I totally agree. Also, I've got to give Adam some brownie points because Adam delivered and Josh failed. So, Adam, brownie points to you, my friend.
Josh, go fucking outside and think about things.
Josh, go stick your cock in a lemon.
What's bad about that?
I don't know. I don't know what it's I don't know.
I don't know.
Go juice a lemon with your fucking peni.
I think if you probably separated it and fucking squeezed it into it probably would hurt quite a bit.
Yeah, I could do. Yeah, I'm not going to try it. So, wait. So I need to relabel these two now as Where are we? Q12B. Q12B. Okay, good.
You're one of them cunts. It reads out loud, didn't you?
Yeah. Count my fingers and toes as well.
I gave up. Went past 20. Got no idea what the fuck.
I get to 21 with my penile.
20.5, you mean?
Well, don't count it in decimals. All right, let's close that. So, you decided to have a little fuck around with your collection, didn't you? Messaged me last night, and messaged me last night saying, "Do you want to buy this and this piece?" And I'm like, "Whoa, hey!" And then offered me really good prices and trying to well tempt me, and I'm just like, "Yeah, dude, I don't have space for what I've got coming already. I've got 3 Silver Surfers coming. What the fuck, man? Come on."
Yeah. But, you know what I mean? Sell a couple of Surfers and keep one. Get a Bane.
Well, the problem with Bane is he's big, and then the problem with Ivy is I know
she's gone anyway.
The problem with Ivy is if I was to get Ivy, I would have to get the original Harley as well.
Literally, Ivy was gone within 2 hours of the listing being up, and now Bane, I've got 3-4 people asking me to ship it to different places. So
yeah, the Accountant, Hitman with Unspurgeon's Haho, fucking love him, Bruce. Yeah. Accountant's clever. I mean, it's a good film, and I think he plays because I spoke to a couple of people and they're like, "Yeah, his acting's really terrible in that," and I'm like, "He's got fucking Asperger's. He's meant to be like that. What are you talking about?" It's like, "Oh no, I don't like the way he's like." It's like he's kind of thinking about his lines before he says it, and it's not like natural, And it's like, are you retarded? Are you fuck off?
Have you got Asperger's?
Because you got my stylistic. Your boy's seen Invincible yet? I've seen Invincible, and one of the things about Invincible is my girlfriend is pretty anti-cartoon and anime and anything like that. So she was, I can't remember what she was doing something. I stuck the first episode on, and I didn't. We were away at the time, so I think I was watching on my laptop, and I didn't realize that she was like looking over my shoulder, watching it with me. And then you got to the end of the first episode, which is like a real holy fuck moment where I kind of like, holy shit, did that just happen? Whoa, and she was then like, can you put the next one on? I was like, oh, you're watching? And she actually wanted to watch all of them. Every week when a new one came out, she was like, is there a new episode yet? Is there a new episode yet? So
is it any good or what?
Invincible's great. Yeah, it's great. It slows down a little bit in the middle, but it's kind of like...
what is it about?
It's just like a superhero thing. So like basically it's like the father is like an equivalent of like Superman. The son then is kind of like a teenager and he's kind of waiting to get his powers, and he gets his powers, and the father's in like a Justice League kind of group. And I don't want to go into any more because it will ruin the episode, but it's just like a superhero thing, but it's got a little bit of a twist. It's a bit darker, but it's a cartoon. So I think they were very smart to make it into a cartoon because obviously we already have the boys and we have now this Jupiter thing. So I think they were quite smart to do it as an animation one. And I think they did the animation very well. And he's got some big name actors in it as well. I think he's got like Mark Hamill. He's got, oh God, what's that guy? He's got that guy, the weird guy from Predator. The Predator with Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
Do you like the weird guy, the rapist guy?
Yeah. It's guy who plays Venom.
No, not him. The other one. The weird one is always
actual convict.
Yeah, the one who's like racist and stuff and starts fucking.
Oh yeah.
He's always a bit. He's always a bit weird, and he's in it. And there's a few other actors I can't remember off the top of my head now, but it's good. It's actually really enjoyable. I recommend that you watch The Boys. I don't think you watch it, have you?
No,
I reckon
series.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's funny. It's done really well. Layer Cake.
I don't really do. I don't really do season like episodes of things like that. I find it really difficult. Started watching Witcher as well. I just struggle with that sort of thing,
Yeah, I need to rewatch some of Witcher because I fell asleep. In Bruges is so fucking good. Gio my respect for you just gets bigger by the minute. Layer Cake isn't a Guy Ritchie film, though. No, it's not. Similar stakes.
No.
But I do love seeing Daniel Craig.
It's just a bit like it's a similar sort of style, isn't it? It's a similar sort of thing.
I love Drink to Edwin. Mr. Capel back in the house. What's up, Edwin? Alex, your old man is not keen on the bus jolly. I think I'm doing you a favour by not like bringing.
Oh, you probably just want to go with Alex, so I wouldn't advise.
Yeah, because if we drive all the way to you, he's going to have to come in, and you're going to have to meet him, and you might be all right if you see him for a space of half an hour, you might be all right.
His manners may last that long.
Yeah. But I still need to arrange. I still need to arrange a time with him. It didn't go again today. Didn't go very well, so I've not done that. Denny Lee, con job. Thoughts on the Flash PF from Sideshow. Do you want to go into that?
Well, it depends really. I mean, the thing is, it's quite a hard piece because I don't actually think that it's a piece of a character that's really been done very well by anybody. So it's kind of hard.
I think it looks from pictures. It looks quite weird. Some of the limbs look really elongated.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's just pictures or angles. It's very. I have not seen it in person.
Yeah,
the thing is with things like that, it's you never really know. Got a little fucking gnat in here. You never really know how it translates in person.
Yeah.
In photos, it does definitely look like a little strange in places, but if we're talking about it from a positive place, is there really a better Flash? Probably Prime ones, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I dig that either. So I think probably. Huh?
No, just say what's up, Rome Ross was just.
Prime one. I'm not too sure on. So for me, I would probably say, my favourite fucking Flash piece is the old school one, that sort of Alex Ross style. The one with the helmet.
Yeah,
that's a really nice piece. But I mean, if we're going with sort of a Flash that we all sort of recognise as the Flash, it's a little bit of a different. I probably would say it's probably the best. It's got to be maybe the best version of that character, I think, out.
Yeah.
So if you're a big Flash fan, I would buy it.
Who's Walter Goggins? Is that his name in The Accountant?
Probably. No idea. Sounds like it would be his name.
Walter Goggins is the name of the actor who plays. Oh yeah, well done. He's the actor. So the weird actor from the Predator. Is it the Predator? No, Predators. I think it's
Predators is Predators.
Predators is good. I watched it not long ago, and it's actually really good.
It is.
Yeah, it's better than. It's probably second.
I was going to say second. I agree with you.
I was going to say I was about to say it's better than Predator 2, and I was about to say, oh wait, yeah, no, I think it is. I think it's better than Predator 2.
I would go with that.
The Predator is fucking dire.
Gash.
So, yeah. Gash.
Fucking gash.
Joe, what do you think of the final England squad? You don't watch international football, do you?
Nah, I don't. I mean, I know about who he's picking, but Gareth Southgate's a fucking idiot. So, I mean, I'm not impressed at all with his choices. And I think that the second that England come up against I think it went. I think the teams that he selected is for like opposition that we can dominate. So I think when we come up against Spain, we come up against France, we come up against Germany, I think we're getting it fucked in the arse. Because the truth is that he hasn't brought the right type of people to deal with them kind of threats. He's taken 4 right backs, but he's left the best defensive right back at home. Who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? Are you an idiot? You got 4 of them. You're taking 4 of them, and basically 3 of them are almost give you the same sort of things. So he's left the one that gives you the only different thing, and you need that because against Germany, you're not going to have the ball. So you need.
I don't know anything about football. So is that where you have to kick the ball from one end to the other and get in the little fucking?
That's you're not. You do that when you're like 4. Right?
All right.
I think a team's set up to probably get quarterfinals. No further than that. As soon as we come against a good top 4 side, we're in trouble.
Yeah. Layer Cake is directed by Matt Vaughn as well. That's a good one. Matt Vaughn did all the Kick-Ass movies and stuff like that, didn't he? So, yeah. Big up Edwin Diaz. What's up, guys? Gabriel Gutierrez in the house.
Welcome.
Edwin. Invincible had a bunch of big name voice actors: Mark Hamill, Stephen Yeun. He's Glenn from Walking Dead. J.K. Simmons is the one I was thinking of. Ah, man, J.K. Simmons, yeah. He's in loads of films. He's the one in. He's great in. Do you know the Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire? He's J. Jonah Jameson. He's great in that.
He's the best J. Jonah Jameson easily.
Yeah, he's really good in that. He's also is the Alfred in something as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Alfred in the where is it? No, he's not. Is it Alfred or is he Commissioner Gordon?
No, he's Gordon. You're right. Yeah, it's Gordon.
It's Commissioner Gordon is something. Is it? What the fuck is it? Is it
Batman
versus Superman?
Batman vs Superman. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
Zachary Quinto from Heroes and Star Trek. Clancy Brown as well. That was what I was thinking of from Shawshank. Is he in Starship Troopers, Clancy Brown? I know him from Highlander, Mandalorian, stuff like that. He's in
Shawshank.
Yeah, Shawshank. What's the villain from Highlander?
The Kurgan.
Kurgan, yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Someone watched it the other day and they were like,
Kurgan are an ancient people.
Someone said they watched it the other day and they said it didn't age very well. And I was like, I'm going to block you, cunt. I'm going to block you. Vas Rod. Hey, guys. How's it going, Vas?
Yo, my brother.
Jay Garrett Flash. Yeah, that old that old version is really nice. House of Goggins. Zappas. House of Gog. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Happy birthday to what's that? Monera Baccarin. That's the one from Deadpool, isn't it? That's a hot woman from Deadpool. It's his wife. Yeah.
Hot woman.
Yeah, the one he's fucking in Deadpool.
The one he marries?
Yeah.
Nah, she does nothing to me, man. I won't fuck her with yours. She's horrible.
I'm happy about that.
Does nothing for me at all.
I'll be your stunt penis. I don't mind.
I'll tell you who does it for me. Who does it for me is fucking the one who's torturing Deadpool. She does it for me.
Oh, yeah. I've liked her for a long time.
I'd take that fucking headbutt to the face. Give it to me. No problem.
I've liked her since about 2007 or 6 or whatever it was.
Too up, man. That's right up Master,
yeah. Birmingham morning. Happy Thursday from New Zealand. Still Wednesday over here. Thor Gunderson lick every hole. Brian O'Rourke, War Goggins is epic in the Shield. A shade. I saw some of the Shield. He's the guy who was the original Thing, I think, was leading that. Gabrielle, Gabe. There can only be one. Yeah, great soundtrack as well. Really good soundtrack.
Yeah, Queen. It's all Queen. That's right. Queen's awesome.
Clancy Brown was the drill instructor from the beginning. Oh, yeah, the one who stabs him in the hand. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Who brings in the brain bug in Starship Troopers. Edwin Good, Brian O'Rourke, Birmingham. Okay, everyone's chit-chatting. Gio, you're fired. Listen, growing up, I'm glad that Gio and I have different tastes, I tell you.
Yeah.
John Smith, it's better to burn out than to fade away. Is that
from Highlander? Or? It's from Highlander, it says it in the church, but it's actually from the band, I believe. Like maybe AC/DC say it. Somebody says it. It's better to burn. Hey, I've got something to say, isn't it? I think it's a band. Let's say it first, but he says it. He says it in church.
He says, "Well, when I type in, it comes." Oh, Kurt Cobain apparently. It says Kurt Cobain.
I knew it was.
Rock of Ages from Def Leppard. It's quite a lot of people have used it. Actually, Queen have said it as well. Give me the prize. Kurgan's theme, sung by Queen.
Yeah, give me the prize. Wicked tune.
Yeah.
It's funny though because the thing is about Queen, about their music, is they basically put another song in the middle of their song all the time. So like with the Prince of what is it? The Princess of
Here we are with the Princes of the Universe.
Yeah, so it goes like that. It's like really dark and a solid bass, And then all of a sudden it goes super fucking camp. It goes, here we are, there is nothing universe. Like in the middle of it, and you're just like, so like I have it when I'm training, and like literally I have to make sure that I'm not lifting when that shit comes on, because if I'm lifting, now I'm gonna fucking die. Whatever it is, all my power will be zapped, and
I told you
I'll die underneath something heavy.
I'm not sure if I said it on the chat or not, but I've definitely told you this one before. But I remember being on a cross trainer doing my warm up, and I was on the cross trainer, and I was on it for like 20 minutes, and I can't do much cardio, and I was fucked. And I'm going along, and I was listening to Joe Rogan, and it was Joe Rogan, Eddie Bravo, and it may be Brian Callen, but I can't remember the third person. And they start talking about one of them is dating a woman who's a bodybuilder. And one of them says like, oh, yeah, so she's a bodybuilder and blah, blah, blah. And the other one says, oh, what about her clit? Is she got like a big clit? And she goes, nah, she ain't got a fucking big clit. She got a normal clit. And she goes, yeah, what's that all about? You know, when the bodybuilder women, when they get the big clit, and then like all this, and they go, yeah, and Joe Rogan starts going all a bit technical, going, oh, well, you know, that's where they take the testosterone, and then the clit descends, and blah, 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 blah. And then the other guy goes like, I can't remember it's Eddie Bravo or the other guy. And they're like, yeah, it's like a little cock, you know, like literally they get a little cock, and then one of them goes like, so what do you do then? If you go down on a woman who's a bodybuilder and she's got like this cock clit, what do you going to do? And one of them goes, man, fuck that, I'm not going down on that. The other guy goes, what? You're not going to go down on that? He goes, I'll go down on that. I'll put that in my mouth. I'll move it all over the place. I'm fucking stuck on that, you know? And I was on the cross train. I nearly fell off, man. It was so funny. So funny.
I'm fucking I can't. I've got to be honest with you. I can't listen to like people talking when I'm training to start with. Like when I start, I just can't. I have to get them onto tunes, man, because of exactly that reason. Because you don't know where the conversation is going to go sideways, and you can't afford. You know what I mean? You can't afford to be doing something stupid, and then like literally you're just like, yeah, my leg's broken.
There's another one as well that nearly got me. I think I was benching, and luckily I was using the rack, and I'm using the rack, and it's Joe Rogan. This one is Brian Callen, so it's Joe Rogan, Brian Callen, and Brendan Schaub. And basically, they're talking about they're kind of ganging up on Brian Callen, and they're saying basically he used to hang around these dickhead people, and he used to be like them because he was around them all the time, and blah blah blah, all this stuff. And then they're kind of winding him up a bit, and then he sort of says about how they're talking about, you know, when someone gets angry, are they actually stronger, or are they just like, you know? And what happens is Brian Callen's like, man, when I get angry, I'll fuck you up. I will literally come out there and I'll fuck anyone up. And And then you got like Joe Rogan going, no, you know, if someone is trained, you know, they're going to fuck you up no matter what. And then he goes, no, man, I don't care about your UFC friends. Oh, come over there. I will fuck them up when I'm angry. I get red mist and I get angry and blah, blah. And then Brendan Schaub goes, hey, listen, I will come over there. I will pin you to the floor, and I'll put my cock in your mouth just because I want to. And there's nothing you can do about it. And they're like arguing. And it's so fucking funny. So funny.
Joe Rogan's right.
I listen to him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Rogan's
they're going to remake
right.
Highlander. Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, if someone's trained, you're fucked. If someone is properly trained, I mean.
Yeah, and also, I believe that we all, especially men, we like to believe that there's a level that we can go within ourselves that surpasses all the logical things that you don't want to accept true. So it's like when I'm angry, I can do this. It's like saying when I'm angry, I could jump over a house. Well, that's not possible. Now, how pissed you're going to get? You're not going to be able to jump. You're not going to be able to jump anything that's notably higher than your probably max output anyway. So
I think
does it have a benefit? Of course, potentially for certain things, but definitely not fighting. Definitely, anger at skilled level fighting is definitely something you want to avoid.
But I think if there's two same level people in a street fight, and one of them kind of gets a bit like red mist, I think it can benefit them in that kind of regard and give them a little bit of edge.
Two unskilled people.
Yeah.
But what gives the person with the red mist the advantage of having a red mist? Why can't, when one goes red mist, why can't the other?
They may, but I'm just saying if that one has it, that one doesn't. You know. I'm just saying, if they're equal.
Personally, my wife will tell you, it's quiet. You've got to be careful of.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree.
I remember one time. I was out. I was in a bar somewhere. My mother was there, and all these other people were there, and something had happened. And anyway, I was sitting down I was like talking to someone, and it all got a little bit tense. And Jenny looked over. My wife looked over, and my mum went, "Oh, don't worry. He's like George looks really calm, and his talk is like calm. He looks calm. He doesn't look angry." And she went, "Yeah, we need to go right now." She was like, "Because it's the calm is the problem. Anger. If I'm shouting and screaming, you're not going to get hurt.
No, I don't.
If I'm shouting at you, you're safe. If I'm quiet, you're in big trouble. If we've got a problem and I'm quiet, is a problem, because that's exactly what you learn. Is that's all wasted energy, adrenaline. It's all wasted. Don't waste your time. Conserve yourself. Get your breathing under control. Get your positioning under control, and then you start fucking throwing.
I'm saying, but the average street fight lasts like 7 to 10 seconds or something stupid like that. So the adrenaline burst is going to fucking help you out.
Yeah.
And also I remember as kids, right? As kids, yeah. If we had a one-on-one fight, you would fuck me up. But there were times when I lost my shit and I got you good.
I don't know, man.
Remember that? I don't know how. No, listen.
Do you ever see lions? You ever see lions, right? You ever see lions when they've got like a deer in their mouth? They don't kill it always straight away. Play with it a little bit. You let it get up and run a bit. Let it get a certain bit of distance. You keep it interested. That's with what you are. You're the little deer. I allow you to just play around, have your little victories, so that you still play with me. Because otherwise, it's no fun. If every time I stand up, you sit down, what's the fucking point? I want you to think that there is in some ways, that red mist could do you a favor. But in fact,
when we were kids, right? When we were kids, yeah. And I'm telling you, because like this is my point, is you pissed me off, and so I can't remember, we were chatting up girls or something on the phone, and you pissed me off, and I picked you up and launched you over my head, and you landed on the plug. Yeah, I remember what I'm saying, but I don't know. If I tried to do that when I was calm, I'm just going to go. I'm a pretty skinny kid, but I literally launched you over and got you perfectly. Yeah. Anyway.
Like I say,
I was terrified actually when you landed on the floor. I thought you were going to be paralyzed at one point.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. It was a pretty bad fall. And also in my house, because I come from a shit fucking. Well, you had it then.
Because it was in my house. It was in my house. Okay. But this is what you have to bear in mind: is you have to point out the fact that in the UK, plugs are not like American plugs. In the UK, power socket plugs are fucking dangerous, right? This is a power socket plug in the UK, right? This, and this is one. If you Google the top 5 things, the worst 5 things to step on, this always comes up, right? And this was on the floor, and I threw George on top of it, and he landed on one of these plugs in his back, and he was kind of twitching a little bit. I thought,
listen, there's nothing wrong with me. I've recovered.
Anyway, as a kid,
I used to have bigger eyes.
As kids, you did some horrible stuff to me. Anyway, they're going to remake Highlander possibly with Henry Cavill's McCloud, but there's no way possible of replacing Sean Connery role. He was perfect as a Spaniard with the katana. Yeah, I need to rewatch it. I keep on trying to get my girlfriend to watch it, but she ain't fucking having it, man. She ain't having it. She's watched some really shit stuff with me, but she won't go for Highlander.
Fucking great. The Kurgan, there's some great deliverables in that film.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Candy.
Is there a bit where he looks around at the old woman? He goes, when he throws like a man out of the car or something, and then the old woman's there, he goes, "Mom."
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's just fucking brilliant.
He's good.
The Kurgan is brilliant.
Rumor that Henry Cavill's talks. Yeah, there was all stuff. I don't think it was as bad as Screen Rant, and we got this covered. But there were a few sites that were saying it, which were a bit more reputable that said that. Yeah. Gio, you changed your direction with your collection?
No, dude, no. I literally, I saw the unbox the
Out of the
Bane,
box?
the Sideshow unboxing
Out
for the
of
new
the
Bane
box.
piece out of the box. Okay, fucking all right. Who'd you work for, cunt?
Oh yeah, shit, that's not my company. I don't. Yeah, call it what you want. So
Yeah, exactly right. So yeah, I saw the unboxing of it. I've seen pictures, and people have asked a lot of times which it is better, and it's a very hard choice out of the new Bane and the sort of old the original Bane premium format. I've got to be honest, when I saw the pictures, I was a little bit deceived about the size of it. And when I saw the unboxing video, I was like, "Oh Jesus Christ! It's actually a really decent sized Bane." And I was very impressed with it, and I just thought, you know what, I like it, so I ordered it. So I ordered the new Bane, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to sell the OG Bane, and I'm going to sell the Green with Envy premium format as well, and that's now sold. And the Bane, I've got a few people that want it off me. I'm just sort of organising quotes from different places at the moment to get it to them, so that may be gone as well. But no one's paid any money yet, and then once I've got the readies, then it's not available anymore. I've had 3 people ask me about Poison Ivy, but unfortunately she's gone, so they were too slow. It was gone within about 5 hours. So I mean, you can't. That's it, gone. They're good prices, so you know what I mean. It's really just. I've just thought to myself, it was whether the style and stuff. They're just a little bit different. That's all. There's not a lot in it. Just a little bit different. And I thought to myself, I really like the sort of classic look of the new one. It's a little bit more, sort of original, sort of like Chuck Dixon's sort of style, Bane, So I like the 2 portraits and shit. I like the black light sort of glowing up eyes and fucking tubes and all that. Looks wicked. So I was quite impressed with it. So I just decided I'm going to get it. I do.
Yeah, I mean, when you messaged me yesterday, I was like, "What? Really? No." Yeah. I thought you were fucking with me for a bit because it came out of nowhere, and then I was a bit like, "Shit, okay." I didn't expect you to get rid of that Bane piece because it's actually right up your alley,
Oh, it is. It's a Martin Canal. It's a Martin Canal sculpt. It's big, imposing. It's like a very, very well made piece, a very well painted. It's a lovely piece, really heavy. It's not. I'm not one of them cats. It's like I'm buying this one, so that one's trash. That's not how it works. It really is. It really is one of them ones where you're just like, okay, this one is still great, but I like the direction. I like the modern and classic head sculpts and stuff like that. I think that the new one, although taller, I think might be slightly a little bit easier to display in terms of depth and height, depth and width. So it gives me a little bit more angles with it. I saw the unboxing, and as soon as I saw it next to the dude chatting, I was like, fuck, yeah, that looks really nice. So I watched the video, completed the video, and then jumped on and ordered it. I'll do that sometimes.
Do you think you're being a bit spontaneous with that, or are you happy with your choice?
Well, once you get it in person, then you know if you've made a mistake or not. Video is still only a video. At the end of the day, it's only when I have it in front of me and I've taken it out of the box and I'm setting it all up and I put it in my room and I look at it with everything else, then you sort of go, yeah, this is a fucking great decision. And then other times you go, yeah, I fucked that up, didn't I? That's how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm not
very
beyond
surprised.
reproach, my friend. At the end of the day, mistakes can be made.
Well,
I do really like it, though. I do really like it. So I'm, it's providing it looks like how the video looked when I saw it today, yesterday. Yeah, providing it looks like that, I don't think we're going to have a problem at all.
Yeah, and I hope you're happy with it. I really do. Yeah, very.
And if you want a Bane premium format, and you're in the UK and you want it, hit me up.
Yeah, has either been collected?
Collection's possible as well. So now I think Saturday potentially depends on what happens, but maybe Saturday.
Yeah. Okay. Gio, do you listen to music when you train? What do you listen to? Any particular favourites?
My taste is quite eclectic, really. So I got obviously the typical stuff that you would expect. I've got Rock Before fucking soundtrack, over the top soundtrack, best of the best soundtrack. fucking all the classic stuff there, you know, from films and shit, Kickbox and Bloodsport, all them fucking, you know, Kumite coming on all the fucking time, all that shit. I love all that bollocks, but I got all them sort of things, and then I have some modern stuff, I have rap stuff and training stuff, you know, like some of the remixes, bits and pieces, like loads of shit. But then I listen to Johnny Cash as well. And I will literally, I terrify people because I'm sweating and grunting and walking around the gym with this massive pump, with this massive pump on it, and I'm like fucking singing, you know, like Folsom Prison or
Working 9 to 5.
God's gonna cut you down or something like that. So like, there's all sorts of shit. I got Dolly Parton's not on my list, but I like Dolly Parton. Yeah, I listen to that shit. No drama. Not 9 to 5. I don't like that track. It's all about Jolene.
Yeah, what the fuck did Jolene look like? Jesus.
Should they tell you what she looks like?
No, but I mean, you need to see a picture.
The song. She describes it.
It's not a rumor. Henry posted on his social media to be directed by the director of John Wick. That'd be good. Hopefully, it's not a series though. Hopefully, it's a movie. How's it hanging? Your big dicked players, short chins. How's it going? I think you're on the. I think you might be on the wrong chat. Yeah. We ain't had that. We used to have that one saying, claiming he was Peter North, and I'm sure that was your cousin. I'm sure that was Hodor. Alex G, what's your most anticipated piece of the year? I don't really have any. I don't have many more orders in. The only piece I think I've got an order still is the Queen Studios Thanos. Is the only pre-order I think I have.
I've got Doomsday from XM, and I've got Dark Side. I have no space for either of those pieces at all.
And now you've got Bane.
I've got loads. Bane's going to come in, and 2 are going to leave. So I probably could do something with the.
That don't help you because you don't have enough room space to hide to put him in there.
No, but other things. Two out and 1 in means that you always have your plus one. Always plus one. I don't know who taught you fucking maths, you didn't, cunt. But yeah, I mean,
I think it was the Jubilant.
I don't know really. Probably most anticipated. I would probably say. I really want to. I'm looking forward to seeing that new Dark Side that's come out.
I'm looking forward. You know what I am actually looking forward to is I am looking forward to getting all my other bone busts, but I'm looking forward to getting the Silver Surfers in because I still haven't got them. I mean, Geo opened my Silver Surfer custom probably about a month and a half ago, and I still haven't seen it. So I'm looking forward to seeing that.
I'm looking at the box anyway.
Yeah, I've also got the Sideshow one coming at some point. Both of them, and I need to work out my collection of what's going where. Also got Mike coming on Saturday, giving me the not giving me. I bought them back in February, but the original Deadpool premium format and the Cable premium format. Also got the Mephisto Bowen, which I don't think I can keep that, to be honest. If you've got nowhere to put it, and I don't want to go down a slippery slope with that one. Other than that, I'm pretty sure my only pre-order is the Queen Studios one. I'm not sure. I have to look into my diary for that. I have to double check it. Hey guys, I love the Joe Rogan experience, especially when Joey Diaz is on. Joey Diaz is hilarious. Joe Rogan. Yeah. Hello and salute. Let's go. Sick Mansion Collectibles.
Welcome, brother.
That was sick. Sick Mansion, what's up? Vibe N2L. Red Mist is a disadvantage unless the energy makes the opponent fear more. A focused mind finds the spot where Red Mist generally leads to much adrenaline and a dump with wild movements.
See, I'm talking like that's a man there that actually has either knows what he's talking about, been in the cage, been in the ring, or been trained in.
I was talking, in particular. But my point was more to do with untrained people.
But you're still claiming, you're still giving somebody the red mist and saying the other person doesn't have it. Everybody has the ability to get pissed off and lose their mind. Every single person. It's not like you know. And they don't think that because you're calm or that you're the type of person that is calm that you can't lose your shit, because you could lose your shit probably more than most people.
Look at Geo selling it like it's nothing, and I've got my Spidey bust up for weeks. Yeah, it's all to your price, I think. So I'm sick.
What Spidey bust is it?
Co-sick the collectibles. I think he
It's a
listed
nice one.
it.
It's a
No,
nice,
but he
nice bust.
lists.
I like that bust.
It is a really nice bust, actually. Very nice bust. Yes, Geo. You know, it's like so strong from best to the best. Gets the right
so
extra weapons.
Great track, man.
What's
And I do have that on there.
No Retreat, No Surrender. You got that?
Yes. That's from that film is called something else in a lot of different countries. Over here in the UK, it's called No Retreat, No Surrender. It's Van Damme's one of his first ever appearances.
That's the funny thing is
called something else, something dragon, little dragon, kick dragon, something fucking thing.
No, because one of his first films that was a big one was Black Eagle, and then No Retreat, No Surrender. What was the name of that?
I love
because it's something to do with dragon.
Yeah, that looks nice. That's Batman.
It's something to do with dragon because it was to do with Bruce Lee, wasn't it?
The most unconvincing Bruce Lee ever.
Yeah, it's bad. And it was also like where he goes, he says something to me, he goes, Russian. It's cool, acting. Apparently. It's based on a book called No Retreat, No Surrender, One Americans Fight. Music by the choreographer. I don't think that has a different name.
It does. I know it does because I've been looking up steel books and Blu-rays and things for it. It's called something different. So, trust me.
I know a lot of this other stuff does, like AWOL, which is called Lionheart and stuff like that.
Wicked film. I don't remember any songs from that.
I don't either.
Over the Top's got a fucking wicked soundtrack and all.
Let's keep going. Sick mentions. Leonidas 300 HJs. I just heard the new Daniel Bell Bane from Sideshow after seeing their unboxing. I may keep the OG as well. Is it Daniel Bell?
Yeah, it is Daniel Bell, yeah. And it's funny because also the Kucherek brothers are involved in its design too.
Oh, yeah. Well, they're legendary they are. I think you're onto a winner with the new Sideshow Dark Side. Looks great. Namor. I watched
when I've got Ian as well. I can.
You'll see Gambler.
If the paint isn't great, I can have it rectified. So
yeah. I hope everyone.
They need to make sure they do a good job on the paint.
Hi everyone. I hope everyone's doing well today from Sydney, Australia. Glad I managed to jump on live. Glad you're here, my friend.
Welcome.
Van Damme was the villain in Black Eagle. Yeah, he was. Yeah. IMDb lists alternative names back towards the bottom of the film page. Astronomical World Yo-Yo Fam. Yeah, I googled it and I couldn't see it. So let me try and see it. I didn't know. I've not heard about it being another
Just
name.
Trust my word. Trust my word. Don't make me go off out of this chat, find it and post it everywhere.
No, but the point is you can't remember it, so you don't really help yourself.
Nah, it's just something. It's called something else.
No Retreat, No Surrender. The second one's called Raging Thunder. No Retreat, No Surrender. I scrolled down. He said if you scroll to the bottom, did you know? Trivia, Bruce Lee, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Connection, soundtrack, reviews, detail, box office, credits. I can't see another name on there.
I'll show you later.
All right. If you know how to do it, happy JCG, let me know. Yo Astro, Will Prime 1, Batman Hush, Batcave be as popular as Superman Hush is now. I know it. I think the Batcave one is a bit awkward. Astro, AWOL is Lionheart. I know that one. Song on my playlist is No Mercy.
No Mercy.
I saw Steven Seagal's Blue Band. Pretty lame, but it's cool to see Mr. Wipe On, Wipe Off.
I still like Seagal's films. You know, like,
I never liked it,
especially the early stuff. I like Hard to Kill and Nico and shit like that. Like it's early stuff.
Yeah, I never really got. Oh, okay. Apparently, Ansha the Collector says it's Karate Tiger in German.
Yeah, that's the name. Okay. Karate Tiger. Yeah. That's it.
That's a bad name. That's
It
a
is.
really bad
It's true
name.
because I saw there's a still book for it, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" It's like the Karate Tiger, but still,
Yeah.
my
I still
man.
love Cyborg. I love Cyborg.
I've never seen it so long. It's been so long. It's one of them
I
films
watched-
they never show it ever.
The funny one was what's his name? Fucking Bart watches the shittest films ever. Watches the absolute crappiest films ever. Sends me a message saying, "I've just seen this in the cinema. It's absolutely amazing." I'll watch it. I go, "This guy's a dickhead. What the fuck?"
Yeah, I would never.
And
trust this
literally,
one.
I said to him, "You need to watch Cyborg because this is right up your alley. It's cheesy and it's meant to be."
Yeah, but Cyborg's good, and he's got no taste. So why would you tell him?
Yeah, but I said like no, but it's meant to be the sequel of Master Universe because what happened was they were making Master Universe 2, which was meant to be an Eternia. They wrote the script, they had a lot of the costume ready and the sets and things, and then they run out of money, and they were like, "Okay, what do we do?" And apparently, as well, it wasn't just Master Universe. Apparently, there were elements from a Lost Spider-Man movie in there. They were working on a Spider-Man movie at the time, which went nowhere, and they used all the elements of Master Universe 2 and Spider-Man into Cyborg. Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, I like the movie. It's bad. It's cheesy as fuck, but it's bad.
It's got the best. It's got the best start.
Yeah.
You know, with the voiceover.
First there came the plague.
Yeah, that's just fucking.
No,
awesome,
first
man.
was in a war. The first came the war.
Yeah.
Then came the plague.
It's
Slowly
just
clenching his fist over the entire planet.
Yeah, it's just fucking. You ain't got
Ruby
the
has
voice
it
for
last.
it, but yeah, it's
No.
very good.
Ruby
It's
has
very
it
good.
last scientists are working on the cure.
I think
Cure the plague and end the death.
I
Cure
don't
it?
think.
Why?
Yeah, you're
I
so
like
bad.
the death.
You're just killing this. You sound like your drunk uncle fucking Festus saying these words. It's
But the worst thing about that is he's in Pulp Fiction, Point Break, and he's like, "We're gonna fuck you up," and he's like,
Yeah.
"You're like, hey man, that's not Vendor. What the fuck?"
Yeah, when you see him in Point Break, you're waiting. He's about to speak, and he's like
fucking
smirking. Nope, we're just gonna fuck you up, and you're just a bit like, that's disappointing. And you actually fancy Keanu Reeves' chances. You're like, yeah, Keanu.
He's much leaner. He's much leaner in Pulp Fiction. He's well shredded. I mean,
I mean, how many times? It's Point Break.
But he's shredded in that. But he's not smaller. But because I guess in Cyborg, he's standing next to Van Damme, so he looks bigger. But when you see him next to like Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze, he don't look as big.
Man, I love Patrick Swayze.
Because there's another guy with him called. There's another guy who's big.
Tell you what,
with him.
Yeah, but people are talking about soundtracks. I've got a few tracks from Roadhouse on there as well.
God,
like Hoochie Coochie Man and all that kind of shit. Da-da-da-da. Fucking track, man. It's his name from that the blind kid that it plays.
I don't remember it. But I only ever saw that film with you in your house.
I love that film. There's some great lines in that and all.
Yeah. All right, let's get on to this shizzle. All right. So we're going to go into the pictures
Your dad
now.
really is cross about our paddock.
Yeah. My dad is being made by Iron Studios. So, yeah, this is Voldemort. And you can actually see what I type in. Hopefully I've got... Sometimes I type in abusive stuff on the top as a joke, but hopefully I haven't done it that time. So, yeah, this is Voldemort by Iron Studios. This is 1/4 scale. It looks pretty cool, actually. Looks really cool.
Yeah, it's very, very cool.
Got Snake in there. I just problem with this, I think it's just too late. I think they made it a bit late, you know. I think
maybe not, because there's a new Harry Potter film coming, isn't there?
Oh, is there? I didn't know.
Yeah, there is. There was a new Harry Potter film coming, like the Something Child, Cursed Child, something.
The Cursed Child is. Really cool. I thought the Cursed Child was a show in town.
No, there definitely is a film coming. There's a new.
This is then the Harley Quinn by Iron Studios. I believe this is 1/3 scale. This looks really nice. Really
it's
nice.
A bit more like a pin-up, isn't it?
Here you go, look. Happy
JCG.
JCG. Happy JCG's got Jeff Healy band.
That's it, Jeff Healy band, my man. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. She's a bit like a 90s, 50s pin-up over there, isn't it, Harley Quinn? She looks good, man.
I think that looks really nice, and I think it's 1/3 if I believe to go with their 1/3 Joker. Correct me if I'm wrong because it could be they do 1/3, 1/4, and 1/10. So I think it's 1/3 though. So you got that.
It's
Looks
a
really
beautiful
nice.
looking piece. Yeah, very nice.
Stunning piece. Loads of little details there. You got the hyenas on the base. All these little things going on there. Really nice. I like that as well with the bat where you got the bat rags coming out the bat. I think that's quite nice.
Yeah, like she's blocked them.
Yeah. Or she used them as a weapon.
Oh, she's made them as a weapon.
Yeah. You got one of the orcs as well. This is 1/10. I know this one from Lord of the Rings, and a few of those on there. Very cool. They were showing them on a show. This is the diorama for Tiamat, and then if you look on the base, you actually have all of the.
Dude, I remember sitting up all night trying to remember what that fucking dragon was called.
Mianju. Yeah. Both of us were there before you could just whip your phone out and Google it. We were just there, like, going, "What's the dragon called? What's he called? Well, that's Venture. What's this? Oh no, we couldn't remember. We could not remember at all. Yeah. This is nice.
Yeah, it is nice.
And
very nice.
This is big as well because if the Harley is 1/3, if you look in the background of the Harley in one of these pictures, you can see Tiamat in the back.
Yeah.
That's the big diorama, so that's nice.
You see the edge of his wing there. Looks a big old bit.
Yeah, well, his tail, I think it was. Yeah, but yeah, it looks nice. Looks very cool. Look forward to seeing a little bit more of that.
Like the ice dragon, isn't it? The ice dragon fire in the ice.
Yeah, cool, yeah. That's the thing that like Venger was fucking terrified of when he thought he'd be the big man, and then Tiamat would come and he'd fucking run away with his tail between his legs. But yeah,
on his flying horse.
Yeah, I can't remember his horse's name, but yeah. This I think might have been last year, but this is then the Night King by Prime 1. So this is just to run through these pieces quickly. We did go through the Prime 1 showcase last week in a lot more detail. There may have been a few pieces which we missed, so we're just going to go through these quite quick just to make sure we cover them all. This is actually nice. This is a Nazgul statue.
That's wicked, that is.
Really nice. Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
Digging that. I think this is reveal-wise. This is next level kind of shit from Prime 1. I really do.
Well, that's the name of it. Next level showcase.
Next level shit is what I said.
Well, yeah, and then you got like a lot of the Jurassic Park ones, which I don't like doing all the Jurassic Park ones because I always fuck up all of the names.
I know.
So this is the Rex versus the Carnotaurus.
Yeah, Carnotaurus, one of my son's favourites, has got the two horns on his eyes.
Yep. Then you got the T-Rex, 1/38 scale.
Is this Fallen Kingdom then? Because I haven't seen Fallen Kingdom yet.
I don't know.
Looks like it is.
Then you got this is blue, 1/10 scale. The Spinosaurus, 1/38 scale.
That looks wicked.
This is Carnotaurus with the horns there. So these are all being shown. Then you got the Optimus Prime. This looks like more of a kind of G1 kind of style to it. I actually like this style compared to some of the other ones.
It's wicked. Very nice.
And then you've got this Megatron as well. Again, I like that.
That's wicked.
I actually do really like the G1 Megatron they did a while back. I actually really like it.
It's nice.
I think it's definitely one of my favourite Transformers they did. Then you got the Jet Wing Optimus Prime. I've seen the Jetpack Optimus Prime, and it is ridiculously huge. And that one, I think, cost $3,500. So I'm pretty sure this is going to be on the kind of similar or more price point. Then you've got the Formal Alchemist. So this is the Edward and Alphonse. As an anime, yeah. This is then Evangelion Mark 13. Chung-Li, we went through all of these ones. Another alternative outfit for Ciri from The Witcher. This is the Valkyrie armor by for Kratos and Atreus, sorry.
And they've delayed the game, haven't they, to 2022?
Oh, did they? Oh, I did see.
the lady.
I think it was actually Josh who posted it, but yeah, I did see that a post was up, but I didn't have a chance to read it. So yeah, they just kind of apologise. You got then the Steppenwolf from the Snyder Cut.
Show me that. Show me the Steppenwolf.
We did have more images than last week.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, so much better. I mean, that's the thing about this whole Snyder Cut, Whedon Cut. When it was all going on, I mean, in my head, I was just like, how different can a fucking movie be if it's just cut? You know, how different can it be? And with
well, they
all of this,
hate Joss Whedon, man. All them actors, they hate him, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
with all of the hype and everything involved, it's just like, how can they like, you know, how can they match that hype? And I think that at all the movies from the last whatever years where there's been so much hype, and I mean, with the hype of this Snyder Cut, it's been absolutely obscene because it's been going on for 5 years or whatever it's been. And with that all in mind, it's like, no, this ain't going to be good. I thought it was awesome. My girlfriend, who is not really into all that kind of stuff, she watched it without complaining once. And when it finished, she said to me, "You told me that was 4 hours long." I was like, "Yeah, it was 4 hours." And she was like, "No." And we looked at the clock and I'm like, "Yeah." She even was like, "I'm surprised." But yeah, I think they delivered it very well. That was my long point, which this then is the Joker, say cheese statue.
Loads of switch outs for this, isn't there?
Loads of switch out. Chris O'Donnell, Robin. So you got a load of these coming from that's Batman and Robin. You got the Batman Return. No, sorry, the Batman and Robin as well, isn't it? Yeah, sorry. Val Kilmer. No, sorry, Batman Forever. Sorry. Yeah, Batman Forever. Batman Forever Sonar suit. I think Chris O'Donnell, yeah, is Batman Forever as well. This then is the original Wonder Woman, the Linda Carter, which, yeah. Oh. Batman vs Joker, diorama, the Horned Alien. I don't think they showed that one. They did show an alien, but I don't think it was that one. Tusked Alien, Jungle Hunter, Predator, Gypsy Danger. I'm actually concerned about this line about how far they could go with it because it didn't do very well the first time. And while
they need to do the monsters, man.
Yeah.
I want to see them do the monsters, the kaiju.
Yeah,
sure.
Then you got the Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs Kong.
That looks kind of shit. That.
Yeah, it does look really shit, doesn't it?
That looks kind of shit. That. Right? In the film, it looks a little bit more tech than that. That looks kind of shit. That looks like someone made that out of their leftover fucking bean tins.
It's like Matchbox stuff, yeah. Side swipe by Transformer. Jon Snow as well on the throne. Cool. That's quite a cool one. Very cool. Yeah, looking forward to seeing that. I think that's Core Scale, but I'm not 100% sure. King Rao, which this one gets me worried because this one gets me thinking that maybe I should go back and get the Ken.
Why do you need to have them all? Why can't you just have have Rao? Just have Rao. Don't need to have.
Nah, I would want Ken. I'd want Ken and Rao.
Fuck it, just get fucking Rao.
I like this as well, though. I like the Galley.
Yeah, that's really nice. It's fucking
nice. This. Yeah.
They're really strong. This is an exceptionally strong show.
Yeah, it's really good. Good show. Good show.
If I'm other companies here like Sideshow and XM and everyone else, I'm shitting myself a little bit here because this is a very, very hard to live up to standard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many pieces they've shown, but I really can't say. I'm just. I don't think I dislike any of them. I really don't think there's any that I'm like, oh, they did a really bad job there. I'm looking at them and I'm like, fuck, like that. It's a fair play.
All right. Then you have the Queen Studios Wonder Woman. This was shown a few weeks ago. Obviously, we're playing and catch up at the moment. This is very impressive, very nice work. Not very good pictures, but
it's a bit faded. It's a bit brighted out, isn't it? That.
Yeah, it's just bleached. Yeah. The Flash has bleached it a lot. But when you look at the close-ups, it does look really, really nice, actually. I don't like this angle is terrible. I think our angle is absolutely really bad. I thought it was a close-up of her face. Oh, okay. So there's not. I thought there was a better picture of her face, but which looked better. But anyway, also these are backwards because they're counting down. So you've got the 11 days until Wonderfest. So this is then Queen Studios showing off their version or rendition of the Batman Who Laughs, which
Cool. So come with like a throne photo.
yeah, it looks like a throne with his kind of gimps around him, and I think the work in this looks very nice. The detail looks good from this tease. Then you got day 12, which is obviously the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, which again looks really nice. I mean, they have the close-ups of the face, and it is obscene. It's just like
I saw a picture. I saw someone with the face, and they were just removing it in their hand like that.
Yeah. It was
I was like, Jesus fucking Christ! I was like, wow.
Baby, could you get me some ice, please? Yeah. Thank you. Oh,
She should.
Yeah, but I mean I would. But no, the face on that looks crazy. I mean, that is, you could almost tell someone that if you said to someone, "Oh, it's a Photoshop," and they made it look like a statue, they'll believe you because of how good it actually looks. And I think Queen Studios and the other one, what's the other one? J&D. Their faces are for movie pieces.
Likenesses again, a bit scary.
Absolutely ridiculous. These companies are really, really pushing the bar on these, and it makes me glad as a worker for XM that we don't do movie pieces, because I think it's really hard to compete with. Really hard to compete with. I mean, when I think Sideshow have kind of stopped in doing movie pieces, because when was the last movie piece you saw Sideshow do?
I don't think Sideshow have ever got an accurate one that I can.
No, not an accurate one. But I'm saying, when was it like they were doing movie pieces for a long time, but their movie likenesses were never there. Never there. No. I mean, like
because of paint. Because of paint, their factory paint is not good enough. That's the problem. I mean, this is better now because they're using better materials, and their painting is exception. But I mean,
and it's a prototype. But I mean, a lot of their pieces that are coming out and being seen in hand are pretty good. I mean, their Jason Momoa was a bit questionable, though. It was a bit questionable. He looked a bit Indian.
I think you're clutching. I think you're well fucking clutching. Some very good fucking Momoa. You're clutching.
Oh, Irish Alicad is saying that Sideshow, the last one they did was a terrible Ledger Joker in the jail cell.
Well, they did an Aquaman. They did Momoa.
Oh, they did.
It's fucking awful. It's not nice. It's not good.
Yeah, they did.
That's the last one.
Even, yeah, we're bringing it. So, sorry, Adam, he sent us the review of the that. So, yeah, it's basically with the Anne Hathaway. I mean, obviously we're focusing on this face a lot because it's painted and it looks ridiculous, but the actual design is her on the bat pod, and
you'd just be happy with the fucking head alone, wouldn't you?
I'd be happy with just facing her the wrong way. She looks great from the back. Look at that, Jesus. But the thing is like, I'm quite surprised they let that happen. Like normally when you have licenses, especially Marvel, unless you can get a panel with something happening, especially movie like Star Wars or stuff like that, you have to have a specific freeze frame of this thing happening to be able to do it. And she doesn't get on the pod. Oh, she's on the pod at the end when she kills Bane. But you don't see her on it, really.
But she also is on there when he tells her to go.
Oh, is she? Thank you, baby.
I mean, maybe you should stop commenting if you're not 100% sure what you're fucking talking about, because he does give her. He tells her to take the bike and to go.
Thank you, baby. Yeah. I won't just drop the ice all over the floor there, didn't I? I was like, yeah, you can go down and get ice. She got it. And I was like, all over the floor. And I'm like, fuck. Oh, man, I think I put too much whiskey in there. Damn it. I guess I'm going to have to drink that.
I put too much in. I guess I'm going to have to drink that.
Yeah. There's no point. I can't get that back in the bottle now, can I? But no, this looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, they're doing really great work, and If this is 1/3 scale, which I think is listed as, this is going to be huge, really big.
Well, it's a 1/3 scale motorbike, so it's like, and it's not a motorbike.
But it's longer.
That fucking thing is as big as a car. So
Yeah.
you're basically going to have a 1/3, like a third of a vehicle, a really big vehicle in your fucking house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
And then we have
Darling,
day 13.
I have to tell you, you might need to move out. Just don't have enough room for you both.
She could just take the bed and sleep on the couch. Dark Knight Rises is the weakest of the Nolan Batman trilogy. What do you think of that statement?
I think that's bollocks.
Sure, Fraser in the house. Damn, miss so much again. You can watch it on the rerun.
Why would it be? Why would it be the weakest? It's the conclusion. It has a lot of points in it. You know, it has the ending, it has the fact, and it has has pretty solid foundation all the way through it. And to be honest with you, there's comic book elements that are involved. And I think Tom Hardy's acting through that mask is fucking exceptional because you can feel it. You can feel him. Yeah, I'm gay for Tom Hardy because I think
Tom Hardy's on your list and you laminated it.
Yeah, it's fine. He's on my final list. I think Tom Hardy's one of the finest actors working today. There's no doubt about that. And I think that it's a really hard task to walk around with a mask that covers literally 70% of your face, and you still have to be ominous and threatening, intelligent. It's difficult. It's a very difficult ask.
I think the problem with Christopher Nolan is
you have to remember, like, for example, when you've got someone like the Joker, right? All of his makeup and his things, all they do is enhance a character. When you have something like Bane, all it does is it just detaches you from the actor. So whereas with Ledger and with Nicholson, you're in uniform, you're in the makeup, you're in the thing. It highlights everything. It adds to flavors to it. Whereas where you're Bane, it's completely different. It takes all away. It strips away at your performance. It doesn't add to your performance. So you have to remember that all the time. And I thought he was incredibly threatening. I thought he was good. So I'm a big fan of Rises. I mean, I'd probably say Batman. Out of the three, I would go Batman. I might have to say Begins. I'd say Begins. I think
the problem with the second one is it drags on quite a lot at the end.
It's too long. It's far too long.
Yeah. I think it really goes on.
We've also romanticized it because a very gifted actor died making that film. Yeah. So it's romanticized and a lot of it's forgiven because of that fact. It's a very good film, but there are parts that you forgive because of that fact. You sort of look the other way. Whereas in other films, you're much more harsh and critical about.
Nolan phoned it in on The Dark Knight Returns. It's definitely the weakest entry. Hardy was amazing, but the film has major issues. The Critical Drinker gives a fantastic critique on The Dark Knight Rises. The Critical Drinker is fucking awesome. I sent you a few links. Did you listen to them?
No.
Oh man, you got to listen to him. If you don't listen to him, he's really good. Actually, he's a Scottish guy, and he does some great reviews. I think it was actually Happy JCG who posted them on RaddTitan.
I'll definitely check it out. But I don't think you sent me any links to it.
I did. There was one on, I think, Falcon versus Winter Soldier, and it was spot on, absolutely spot on. And I think one of my problems, going back to Christopher Nolan, is he tries to be too smart with the sound editing, and I think he fucks it up. So he tried to be smart with the Bane voice, and I don't think he did it any justice. I think he done it good, but it could have been a lot better, and he tried to make it too complicated. And when you watch movies like Tenet, holy shit, it's so hard to watch because you can't hear fuck all. We literally thought it was because we were in the hotel and we were watching it on like this hotel TV, which was pretty good TV, but we watched it there. We couldn't hear the vocals. We had to put the subtitles on because we couldn't hear them at all. And I even then tried to put up my laptop or put my headphones on. I still couldn't hear a word anyone was saying. the vocals are so bad. And Christopher Nolan, he just tries to be too clever with the sound editing and doesn't pull it off very well. It's really weird. Yeah.
I think you might have a shout, yeah.
So, sorry, going back now. Then, if you go to the next piece, this is then the Batman. So, this is the day 13 countdown. Again, we're going backwards on these. Irish Anakin. I agree with Nolan being too smart for his own good. I felt that way during Tenet. I could not hear shit in the movie either. I literally, we watched 20, 30 minutes of it, turned it off because we couldn't hear it, and I spent, I'm not that good at it, but I can actually fuck around with the equalizer so you can boost the voices. I can do that. I did that to the max, so the voices would be up and the background would be down, and I did that the best I could. It didn't work. I even did it on VLC where you can like customize it a lot. Didn't work. And then we even then tried to watch and listen to it on headphones. Nothing. It was so hard to hear it. And I heard that people went to see it on the IMAX. They couldn't hear it, so they bought the Blu-ray thinking it was like the cinema they were in. Couldn't hear it. It's so bad, so bad. It's such a shame because
it's quite a monumental fail.
It's a monumental fail. That's the problem because if you watch it as well, you can tell that the guy is a fantastic actor, but you can't fucking hear him. That's the problem. So it's like it's Denzel Washington's son and Christopher Washington, I think his name is. It's Denzel Washington's son. Very good actor.
Sweet.
Nolan also fucked with the sound in Interstellar. He uses music as a character, and he hasn't quite figured it out yet. Yeah, agree. Totally agree. Then also you got the Mark 85, I want to say. This is the half-scale piece by Queen Studios. This is then another one of their reveals. So we'll go through these. Looks awesome. Looks really nice. A few different switch outs there to get it looking different ways. And that back part looks great. That kind of starfish thing on the back. Love it. Day 15 is your favorite piece, Joker, half scale. People complained about this because they use pretty much the same pose as some of the other companies. This is half scale, silicon tailored fabric clothes, artificial ruined hair, glass eyes, 98 centimeters tall, 45 centimeters wide, 60 centimeters deep. And this is $2,990 and it's 498 pieces. And I think the base is boring as fuck. Absolutely boring as fuck. I think the likeness on this one, though, is better than some of the other ones we've seen. Some of the other ones
in his hand there.
I don't know. I don't know.
It looks like he's missing his dice. He's about to throw. Looks like he's singing "Luck Be a Lady."
Yeah.
He's missing his dice.
But I do actually think
Nathan Detroit has stolen his dice.
But I do think the face on this one looks better than some of the other pieces. I think the likeness is much better on this one. The tailoring is great as well, but I just think the base is boring as fuck. You also get the Joker logo, which is 11 centimeters high by 21 wide, and this is already sold out. So, yeah, people are bored. I don't know about
a lot of people like that fucking retard, didn't they?
I also think I think that when companies like Queen Studios say it's sold out, it just means that they've allocated to their distributors. That's all it means. So you'll be able to get it.
Loads of people making that fucking piece.
I think that's one of the problems as well. I mean, I know that you're not a fan of the movie. I didn't mind the movie, but I wouldn't really watch it. I didn't. You didn't mind. Are we going to go into this again?
You didn't mind it.
I didn't mind the movie.
You didn't mind it. Okay, so you've seen it, right?
Of course.
How long ago did you see it?
I saw it when it came out of the cinema.
How long ago was that? How long ago was that? How long ago was that?
But you cut me off.
How long ago
because
was that?
I said I saw it and I didn't mind it, but I'm not going to rewatch it. Is my point.
Right? How long ago did you see it?
Yeah. When it came out, I don't know when it came out. 2019, 2 years ago.
Right. Not thought about revisiting it.
No.
You seen Justice League? Did you see Justice League Snyder Cut?
Yes.
How many times you watched it?
Once.
You've not gone through any of it again, second time?
I've only seen the comparison shots.
Rest my case. Listen, you will not fucking sit through that movie ever again. And if you watch a film and you can't watch it again, it's shit. You understand me?
I don't agree with that.
If you watch a film once and you can't bear to sit through that film again, ever
It's
again,
not that I can't bear to watch it, but I mean,
I'd rather
watch
shit
it
in my
one day.
hands and clap than watch that film again.
I'd rather watch you shit in your hand and clap than watch it again.
What's that film again? Whatever.
I'd rather, as long as I can film it, that would be fucking awesome.
I can't fucking. I can sit through that. I couldn't. There's so many things I could. In fact, there's a lot of things that even I don't like that I could. I can't sit through that again. For me, that's just too torturous. And it's not because it's not because it's bad, right? It's not because it's bad. Please understand. It's not the film is bad. It's too close. It's too close to being real. It's like watching real mental breakdown. Now, there are people in this world that have to go through this in their real life. I don't want to sit and watch this because one day it may be, that I might have to know somebody who really is fucking struggling with things. And then I'm going to have to look at it from a fresh perspective. I do not want to be sitting in a theatre with my family or with a friend watching things like that. That's not what I want. It's like, I just don't watch harrowing shit like that. I don't want to see it. It's just one of them things. It's just where I'm coming from, which is, it's a little bit too close. This isn't a Joker movie. This is a mental health awareness movie.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be labeled and that's how it should be explained.
But I do think that there is an element of, with a movie or a film, is to provoke emotion of some kind or feeling of some kind.
Yes.
And they definitely do that. A movie that I liked, but again, I'll never watch again, but you're biased because you want to fuck her, is Mother. Mother, out of any movie I've ever watched, probably got me the most agitated ever. I felt like you're watching it and you're getting like really stressed out while you're watching it. I was getting really like stressed out. I could feel my anger elevating, and I'm watching it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And I'm getting pissed off by it. But I can still say that's a good movie, but I'm never going to watch it again.
See, for me, like, obviously, because I'm slightly religious, I can watch that. I would watch it again because there's like biblical stories, a biblical element.
No, I know that. I had to Google it, but I know that. But the point is, like, while watching that movie,
it fucks with you a bit. It does fuck with you a little bit.
It messes with your emotions, and I think that is something that is to be commended from the filmmaking perspective. Is that it has gone out and set. It's set a goal and has achieved it. And I think that's the same with the Joker, where they have made a movie to provoke people and put people in and divide people. They glamorize it, or I don't know.
Do you know what bothers me about it? What bothers me about it is that they label it as something it isn't. And the reason they label it as something it isn't is so more people will see it. Because if you advertise this film for what it really is, no fucker wants to watch that. No one's going to go see that. So box office numbers, no one's going to see that. You by packaging it the way that they did, it brings in an audience, a huge audience, and it gets a lot of attention for probably more of a bait and switch sort of routine.
Well, they even try and throw in that little bullshit bit with Bruce Wayne, don't they?
Yeah,
that was weak as well. Yeah,
that is so fucking candy floss shit. That's just just to make it be part of this universe. There you go, and it's a bit like no.
What if they just called it Arthur? Then it wouldn't have. Actually, they can't call it Arthur because there's that Dudley Moore film Arthur in there. But about the
that would have been really upsetting for the people that were thinking they were seeing that.
Well, they did remake that with Russell Brand.
Jude Law.
It was terrible. No, Russell Brand, wasn't it?
Oh, I remember one with Jude Law.
No, Jude Law was something else. I think Arthur was Russell Brand.
Alfie is the one I'm thinking of. Alfie.
But
that's cheery.
If they called it like Flack or whatever his name is, if they called it that, then obviously they're not going to get the fan base to go along and see it, and but. No, I don't agree with you. The fact that it's a terrible movie, I don't agree with that.
Terrible is a strong word. I'm not saying it's a terrible movie. a terrible movie indicates it's badly shot, it's badly acted, it's a bad film.
I agree on the bait and switch.
I
Definitely agree on the bait and switch.
I don't think it's any of those things. I just, like I say, I don't like it because it's too much realism in it. It's too close.
Yeah. What's it? It's like a Inferno, another load of Two Swords bollocks and Madame Two Swords.
Yeah.
Alex, does XM Studios have plans on doing a Bane movie or comic version? XM would never do a Bane movie. They'll do a comic version in 1/4 scale at some point. I may have heard. Does XM plan on finishing the Morphin?
Allegedly.
Just like, allegedly. I may have heard.
Allegedly.
The problem is with the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger line, and this actually was, I think, an issue for Pop Culture Shock as well, and someone else. The after we made the Red Ranger, the licensing for Power Rangers switched hands, so we had to renegotiate the license for it, and I don't think the Red Ranger sold very well. So there was kind of no real motive
Impetus.
to kind of update that. So at the moment, personally, I don't think it's the case, and I don't even know if it's being worked on. I'd have to ask my boss, but I don't know. At the moment, I know that the license had a lot of problems switching hand. There's an Asian company called Sambian or something, and then there's the American company called Bandai, and then it got bought back off Bandai and whatever else. But yeah, so it's actually really complicated behind the scenes. Irish Alican, I really like Joker. Died trying to see this. Yeah. I think he's been raped. I think this license, I think one of the things as well that bothers me as a collector is when we have waited years for a character to be made. So we've waited for nearly 30 years for a Keaton Batman to get made, and then Sideshow made one. It was kind of like worth the wait. When a movie comes out in 2019 and 7 companies have the rights to make it, and they make them all very similar, you're spoiled, which is good for consumers, but the market's saturated. So
yeah,
there's a problem in that way where, I don't think it's a good thing to have every company get the license. Obviously,
at least with this one, is like actually in Joker sort of attire. The people that have the statue that has like this guy just did this normal with like carrying like a sandwich bag. That's just fucking crazy to me.
Well, they had one with Prime One where he had a shopping bag. Literally had a shopping bag.
That's fucking crazy to me. It's absolutely crazy.
Rourke. We need the visionary statue ASAP. Well, that was teased months ago. That piece looks awesome. My only problem with that piece was I never liked the face. I think the body was amazing. I think the lion was fucking ridiculous. Leonoric. The lion was amazing.
I think they've changed the face a little bit.
But I think the face made him look old, really old. And when I look back on reference material, because Visionaries, I think, was only 12 episodes, he doesn't look like that at all.
No,
and I think that the guy went away, took the feedback, and he said he's going to do another head. So, yeah. T8100, hi. It was a brilliant movie. I wouldn't go far as say brilliant.
No, no.
Rad. Good day. Hope everyone's doing well. We need a new cable. XM are working on a new cable. Yeah. I just had to remember shit.
God bless you, Neville.
We said that. Neville, don't do that. You're going to give him a big fucking head. Say at least 96%. Jesus. Anal rag. Shithole.
What is that?
Anal rag shithole.
I love that. It was brilliant.
Dude, can you type out your name phonetically for me, because I don't feel like I can read your name out anymore. I feel like we've literally now lost our monetization for reading out your name, I believe. Shit. I'm really fucking dumb on Funny Bone there as well.
Do you know you need to open the door? I go, baby.
baby.
He goes, let's get me some mugs.
The best is Batman. Best Batman is Returns.
Yeah, I can't. I've Returns is awesome.
I need to rewatch them.
Returns is awesome.
There you go.
Awesome.
Good mix of action, actors, and Pfeiffer. Oh yeah, Pfeiffer. Dude, my childhood was destroyed because they padded her ass out.
She doesn't do nothing for me, Pfeiffer, at all.
She does a lot for me.
Nothing
I had a massive crush. I had a massive crush on her as well. I then saw Catwoman movie and realised I had a crush on Pfeiffer. Yeah, Pfeiffer.
Nothing.
I tried to date a cat, but the cat didn't cook me enough. So I dated an actress, and she wasn't any better. Women these days. I am the Batman. XM should get the Saber Rider license. I think there's actually a lot of Asian companies making Saber Rider, and I think I did an unboxing of a piece while I was in Thailand one time of that's Master Rider, I believe, as well. It's something that Gio and I never really grew up with. Gio and I really skipped past all that Power Ranger, Master Rider stuff. Really skipped past it. Have you guys seen the Iron Guy Studios Age of Apocalypse Wolverine? It's fucking amazing. Yeah, looks really, really cool. Alex, when is XM planning on doing a Namor with the green trunks classic version? I don't think it's on the list. It's not on the list at the moment. BSC loves the sandwich bag statue. What a surprise. Well, hit or miss. Hit or miss. BSC, hit or miss. I'm going to go with Vegas here. I'm going to go like 1,000,000 to 1 on, if you go 1,000,000 to 1, it's going to be on miss because he ain't saying miss.
Yeah, if you were betting, yeah. He's never going to say
You're a betting man. Go with that hit. Yeah. Thoughts on the Tweethead Joker? We're going to go into that. Sorry, yeah. CEO 215. Call me anal.
Happily.
Pronounce Arnal. So okay.
Oh no.
Or Anu is okay. Okay. All right. We'll stick to that.
I just fucking killed it, man. Are we just going to call you anal and you're going to have to like it? This is anal. This is how it's going to be.
Listen, anal rag shithole.
The worst thing, man. Fucking, my wife used to work with someone.
I got one actually. Yeah.
They used to work with someone called what was it called? Is it Dick Shitter?
There was a guy, right? His name was Ufak, so it's UFAK, and his surname was Dag, DAG, right? And he was a volunteer in my office. So I'm working in the police, and this guy's come in. He's like from I think it was like a university first year. So he's kind of come in and he's like volunteering, and he's asked for some advice and some work experience. And one of the first days, he I've got his his file, and I'm like, oh, so you're uni, you're studying, you want to be an accountant? That's awesome. And I'm like going through the papers, and I'm like, how do you pronounce your name? And he goes, well, that's the problem. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes straight and he goes, I got bullied a lot when I was in school. And I was like, put the paperwork down. I'm trying to be like, well, what happened? And he goes, the way it's written is like ufak. So it's like, you fuck. And I'm like, okay. And then and I'm like, sure, okay. And then when Snatch came out, he was like, do you like dogs? So it was like, you fuck dogs? And people used to always say to me, you fuck dogs? And they kept on saying it to me. And I literally got bullied about it. And I'm there like, oh, that's terrible. I'm trying not to laugh so bad. I'm just sitting there like... after a little while, I kind of saw the funny side. I'm like, it's not funny. It's very mean.
Oh, that's fucking bad.
Yeah. And
so what was it? You fuck dogs.
You fuck dogs. Like, you fuck dogs.
Oh,
anyway,
let's get back. That poor bastard. That's fucking horrible.
Who's your guys' favorite Batman? Bale, Keaton, or Batfleck? We had this conversation today. I don't even know if it was on here, but
I have to go. Do you know what? I obviously the thing is that there wasn't. I don't think there was enough of Affleck. To be honest,
I would like to have seen. I would
like
love
to see more. I would like a standalone
to
movie
see-
with Ben
Yeah.
Affleck.
And Ben Affleck directing, because Ben Affleck is actually a really fucking
I'm going to
good
say Ben
director.
Affleck anyway. I'm still going to give it to him. Fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah. But Ben
I
Affleck
liked
is
it.
actually Ben Affleck's a
Batman
really good
versus
director.
Superman is one of my favorite Batman films ever.
Yeah.
In fact, it probably is my favorite Batman film ever. And I'm going to say, so I'm going with him.
Oh God, Rad! I can't remember the guy's name. Last year, everyone ripped during your live stream. Oh shit! Oh, I vaguely remember that. Do you remember when there was a guy who had something to do with his collection, and we posted a screenshot, and I tried to read his name and really fucked it up?
You do that with everyone's name. You can't even manage John.
I actually think do you know what I actually think? I think on my PC. So on my PC, I have a video clip of it called The Name Butcher, and there's a video of me saying this guy's name. Oh my god! If I type in Butcher, it doesn't come up. I might be on one of my fucking. Is my hard drive plugged in? No.
Just leave it, you fuck. We've got things to do.
Yeah.
Stop drinking whiskey and getting sidetracked.
But it's
You're
literally,
fucking idiot.
It's fucking well funny. And I think I actually we did post it on YouTube. I think if you look on YouTube and you type in RaddTitan name Butcher or something like that, I think it does come up. All right, anyway. So if we then continue through these, sorry, yeah. So we got that one, and then also then you got the another Iron Man for day 16. So we can close that. Then also you have the bust of the Vision, which looks very good, really nice. Day 17. Day 18 is the Batman on Throne, which is quite a weird choice, actually. They did have an image of this, which was a bit blurry, but it actually had, I don't actually have it here, but it actually had like panthers by the side of Batman, and we were trying to work out what the reference was, or whether the panthers was related to Catwoman or whatever it was, but I don't know. But this looks pretty cool. I'd like to see the full image. It looks like they've got a lot to show. Day 19, obviously, we've already seen the Hulk, and obviously we've seen this one as well, which I really hope to see some kind of reimagining of this, because the first version of this was pretty bad. Yeah. So now we move on to Sideshow. So this is the Sideshow beta. Yeah, but don't you think it looks like a Hulk transformation with that pose?
No.
It was a joke. Yeah, this looks really cool. A lot of details. So which movie is this from? Do you know, or does anyone know?
It looks to me like probably Empire. Or it could be from the final scene of Rogue.
Yeah. No,
it smashes and it's all ripped open. It could be that.
That's a good scene. Yeah.
But there's something about when I'm looking at it. He's like, you don't know the power, and then he clenches his fist. It's like the moment before he clenches his fist.
Funny fact is, Affleck has appeared as Batman longer than any other screen version.
Shit,
so you mean like screen minutes? Wow, yeah, possibly, because Clooney had one movie, Kilmer had one movie, didn't he? And then
Keaton's
what's his name? Keaton's 2, but then Affleck's 2. Affleck's 2 long movies as well. Yeah, so maybe.
But Christian Bale is 3.
Oh yeah, really longer than Bale? Yeah, you're right.
It'd be hard to beat Bale because then Nolan films ain't short either.
Yeah, but is he in him all the time as Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, if it's as Batman as well, because a lot of Bale is not Batman. It's as Bruce Wayne. Maybe. So it depends how technical you want to be on it. Yeah. So go through this.
Power. I think this looks fantastic. I love the look of this.
Nice. Looks really nice. Yeah. There you go. Arm down as well. So you got the arm up, arm down. Switch outs on there.
I love it, man. I think it's brilliant. One of the best faders I've seen.
Lightsaber as well. Yeah. I don't know what the base is though. What's that base? You know?
I don't know. Looks like he's standing on.
He's saying, screen time as Batman. So screen time as Batman, he has the most. Yeah, okay.
Not if you include just the first Justice League, because he only jumps out of the way of one fucking shot and then disappears and hides under a rock.
I guess if you include Justice League, one and just Whedon's version and Snyder version as separate movies. Yeah, you saw the new Rule 34 Thanos. I'm wanted by 31 African countries for eating milk. What the fuck? That's the most random name I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. I want to know, dude. You need to give an explanation about your fucking name. I haven't seen the new Rule 34 panel. If that is the most bizarre fucking name, Jesus.
And then you got tonight with fucking who's coming
Superman,
in.
Superman Kelly is saying that Vader has arthritis.
Yeah. I love it. I think it's great.
And then moving on. So this is 25 inches high, 14 inches wide, and 19 inches deep. Oh, that's quite smart the way that they've done that as well, where they've got the QR code. And I've seen this on Sideshow now, where they make it so that you scan the QR code and you show a picture of your room, and it would actually put the statue into your room. It's quite a clever piece of
very clever, very smart, amazing job.
There you go. There's the base.
No one's fitting in that fucking little door.
This is then the Doom art print, which I'd quite like to see this as actually the Doom premium format. I actually think this is a fucking cool pose for Doom. I think that pose really suits Doom. I do.
Yeah, it's cool. Isn't that the same as the thing where he's standing on Surfer, though?
Yeah, quite similar, yeah. But that's the argument as well, is obviously when there's a licensed statue that has been in production for potentially 4 or 5 years before approval and everything like that. So, even though the co-signal one has been shown, it may be that the Sideshow one has been done much earlier.
I'm not referring to that. I just meant from the artwork, like from the comic.
Well, no, the Co one is from 108 or 109 Silver Surfer. This one looks a bit different, a little bit different, because he's got the furry collar. I don't think he has a furry collar in the other one, and he's on top of a building here. I saw it to the Rule 34 Thanos. I haven't seen the Rule 34 Thanos. Haven't seen it at all. Someone sent me an image of the Rule 34 Thanos, and apparently search it up. Oh, he's changed his name now, I think. Oh, search. Oh, no, he's talking about that. I scanned the QR code. Ryan, Big and Tech. I scanned the QR code and anal reactions appeared in my room. Doom print will go with the Doom versus Surfer. Yeah, we'll do, definitely. Porky's. Has anyone seen Mike Cunt? Yeah. And then, yeah, I do like that, and I think it does suit Doom as quite a good pose. It's then we get on to the Hulk versus Hulkbuster. And this isn't actually the image we saw to start with, but when we saw the first image, it actually looked like the arm was quite contorted. It didn't look really weird. From this, you can see more now. He's grabbing the shoulder, and you can see it's the hand, but it kind of looks
like he's poking him in the eye from there.
Forearm. Yeah. I really don't like that Hulk head. And when you then go through the images, this one's not too bad, that angle, but when you then get onto the ones where they're side by side, Hulkbuster's kind of a bit like he's got chicken legs, and I don't know. This is this thing. Actually, no. So
that was the original picture that they showed.
I mean, I guess now is the hand. You see a hand.
It looks so weird there, man.
When you don't know it's a hand, it just looks like a real contorted and strange arm. I think there's so many more pictures. I think the problem with this is, again, the legs of the Hulkbuster look a bit too lean. The Hulkbuster looks too lean, and the base is too small for the pieces. I think as well this is like 1/6 scale, 1/5 scale, and it's $1,200. When you then look into the Hulk versus Wolverine diorama, I think that actually costs, I swear to God, that was $650.
Yeah, it was.
And that piece is much better. I don't understand the art direction here. I really am confused about this piece. I think that I don't even know where to begin. I mean, I think it's just bizarre. Yeah, I think when you compare the two together, so you look at the Hulkbuster and that. There's a bad image. Sorry, this is someone posted, but when you look at them side by side, there's no competition. That Hulk and Wolverine diorama is much better. The Hulk on that Hulk diorama is better, and the price is being almost double. How does that work? I don't get it. I just don't know.
Well, there's an argument here that you could say that maybe you've got two almost same size as the Hulk characters versus one and a lot smaller character. So there's a lot more stuff going on there. If you want to put on an argument, you can have that debate. There's definitely more base here.
Okay.
There's definitely more base here. Let's be quiet. Don't interrupt me. You spoke enough. If you say that the Hulk almost looks the same size as the Hulkbuster there, he's got an equal sort of sized Hulk next to him. So it's like the Hulk versus Wolverine. Take Wolverine away and then put another Hulk sort of sized character next to him. So it's a bigger piece, bigger base. You know, I still don't get double. I have to be honest. I still think double is a stretch. I think if you're going up really above maybe 850 here, you're going to have some issues with the costings. My problem with this piece is probably more to do with the Hulk. The chicken leg things, from certain angles, I agree with Alex, isn't great. But the Hulk being on one leg, half off the base, with his right knee in the air and his right hand out like that, it's very strange. It's a very weird pose, and it doesn't come from any power or any strength. I just don't feel.
Yeah.
I don't feel it's strong at all. I don't feel it's like a Hulk pose at all.
Hulk's never been a character where he lifts up a leg to generate power.
Georgie's, wait 1 minute, mate, I'll be back if I can.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm saying like Hulk has never really been a character where he'll lift up his leg to kind of generate power as some other characters will. And I also find, I know that the Hulkbuster is a very intricate kind of design. But again, I just can't see that as a double price point. I mean, I remember when the Hulk versus Wolverine came out, and I remember thinking, wow, you know what? That is a really good price point. But this, you know, I look at it and I'm like that. And then also, I think, again, if you've seen the Hulk versus Wolverine in person, the sculpts on the actual Hulk in the original is really, really good. I don't think it's there for. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's a real step backwards. I feel like this piece was probably. I mean, when did Hulkbuster appear in the movie? Was it 2015? So I feel like this piece was designed back when the movie came out, probably shelved, and then brought out now. And I think that it wasn't really worked on since. Unfortunately, that's what it kind of looks like. If it came out in 2015, it would have been a nice piece. But coming out now, I think it's you know, at this price point, I think it's dreadful. I think it's dreadful. Carl, I think you're right. Mike Canal did this, but I think one of the problems as well is when you look into the kind of, Gio and I both love a lot of Mike Canal sculpts, and he is arguably one of the most iconic and one of the best sculptors in the industry. Definitely one of the best at Sideshow for the longest span of time. And I think that, you know what, when you then look into what he's been delivering lately, the correlation kind of ties into when the art director left. Dave Igo left, and the new art directors took over, and I think there is a definite correlation there, unfortunately. So Let's go through these comments very quickly. Alex B. Thompson in the house. Yo fam. How's it going, man? How's it going? Yeah, search up. There are posters and statues too. I need to look up your name. Edwin Diaz changed his name. He doesn't like to compete with Mr. Capel. This sold for a statue small after XM Hulkbuster. Why make another one? I have to tell you this is I just bought. I shouldn't really take it out when I'm drunk, but I just bought this piece, which is an old Bowen piece, and this is by the Kaharic brothers, who basically did the XM one, and they also did the Bowen full size one. And this piece is absolutely amazing. It's such a stunning piece. This is a Bowen mini bust, which by no means is mini. That was made, so let me look at the bottom again. That was made back in 2008. So you look then at this piece, which is 13 years later, and it looks worse than a piece from 2008. How is that possible? And then obviously you have the full-size Bowen, you have the Imaginary Art piece, which I still love to this day, and then you have the XM piece, which is a super impressive piece, which is a definite showstopper. So then to go through the years of Hulkbuster statues, even King Arts, Ice Studios, all these other ones done great ones too, and then you get to the newest version, which drops straight to the bottom of the pack. How is that possible? How is that possible? So I don't get it. See you. Thanks, Doc. So go through the comments. Yeah, $1,200 out of their mind. The whole piece is trash. Well, stuck up on phone. I mean, you've got the Hulkbuster bust. I'm not even lying. I mean, I took out the box when I came back from holiday, opened the box, and I was literally like, whoa. It blew me away. It was like, because I've been buying a load of Bowen busts. I've literally got about 60 of them behind me. I've got about 30 of them with Stucker. I've got like another 20 with Tyler in Singapore. So I've got literally about 100 of them in the last year or so. And the Hulkbuster was the best one probably so far I've seen. Hulk versus Hulkbuster, yeah. Figure out a Claymore 1613, which is actually worth it. The thing is, Boombox, I don't really know anything about Claymore, but if you were to put the both of them together from an artistic point of view, and you were to say which one has got the most detail, the most intricacy, the most work that has gone into them, the better paint and design and everything. I am a big Marvel fan, but I know fuck all about Claymore. But I think that Claymore piece looks much better. It's creepy, it's great, and it's got so much detail going on there. So if they're a similar price point, if I had to pay, I wouldn't buy either of them, but if I had to pay with a gun to my head, I would buy the Claymore piece. I'm not lying. So, yeah. You right, bro?
Yes. Just the little one. My little man woke up.
Okay, Jay, inflation, yeah.
Chris
Martinez.
Gets a little
1,200 is way too much.
Yes, you haven't moved on.
Hulkbuster's too skinny. I had a bit of a rant, I'm sorry. When did the original come out? Again, the original one of the busts there is 2008. I think Mike and I did this. Falcon neck pinch. It doesn't look like actually.
It's a good call, actually, with the Vulcan thing. I think that's a very good shout. 1,200 for probably. Are you still there, or have I lost you? He looks like he's frozen. There's no way he's that quiet. I think what do you call it? Two characters quarter scary might have a good shout at that. But, I don't know. Just I'm not sure about the positioning of the Hulk. You know, I don't like his positioning. I really don't like his usually when you're watching like a diorama and things, you're meant to show both sides of the fight in a sort of equal way. And, you can look at the Wolverine over there and you can see that that's trying to show his like agility, his his speed. He's up fucking really high. He's moving through the air. It's sort of showing elements of that character. Whereas I think the Hulk just looks a bit cumbersome. Like the whole thing just looks a bit strange with the one leg up and the one hand sort of out grabbing the other. It's not really a powerful position, and the Hulk's whole thing is power. So I think that's a bit of a miss. And I feel that some of the art direction at Sideshow, certainly from the teasers at the moment this year, have been rather questionable, quite disappointing, which is a shame. There's sometimes they just get it very, very right, and sometimes it's been a bit problematic. I don't know if I'm completely convinced that this year's been a success in terms of the stuff they're showing. I mean, their Spider-Man Venom diorama is a fucking mess and all. It's a big fat mess, so it's Alex is saying that there's been like a little bit of a power cut on his end. Of course, he's probably thrown whiskey on his fucking computer, his laptop, or something retarded like that. You know what it's like. He says he'll be on in a minute. But yeah, I think dioramas can be quite a challenge. You're trying to depict the two characters. You're trying to tell a story of both of them coming together. And I think when you get it right, it's quite impressive. And I think it's quite a challenge. I'm not too bothered. I mean, Hulkbuster's skinny legs is probably one thing, but even him, he looks a bit like a robot man, sort of losing his balance. It's a bit all over the place. I'd like to have seen a more of a, I don't know if I'd say dynamic, but definitely more of a structured sort of stance. And then probably the Hulk, coming in and the sort of the leg up in the air and the hand sort of out to one side thing. It just looks like he's off balance. It looks like he's sort of dancing a jig, which is just unfortunate. Hard though. I've probably listened to Alex fucking rant about this for ages. Is it as bad as what probably everyone is saying? No, it never really is. Everyone does the memes and the jokes, and it's all in good fun, and it's just having a laugh, and people are connecting in a sort of humorous way. But if you're a fan, if you're digging it, definitely pick it up. I think that there's elements of it that look really nice. Like, I think the Hulkbuster sculpt is pretty good. I mean, I'm enjoying all the rivets and bolts and everything else coming together. The colours look good. The metallic paint is nice. I'm not too bothered about the sort of long-haired portrait of the Hulk. It reminds me of pretty much the late 80s cartoon, which I kind of like. So there are elements to it which are good. But I think that people, when you say Hulkbuster versus Hulk, I think they see something in their head, and I don't think that's been captured, not even close at the moment.
Yeah.
Right, this we are.
Yeah, power cut. I think it's the people my dad pissed off cut fucking my power. I think. Let me get these images back up. Yeah, no, all the power just went off there.
What was your rant about? Was your issue the price or?
Bit of price, but it's also a bit of when you have the Hulkbusters that we've already seen, dating back to the Bowen ones from the one I have here, which is 2008, which literally, I've unboxed hundreds and hundreds of statues, and for me to then take a piece like that, open it up, and go, "Whoa!" takes a lot, and that did that for me. And it's a piece from 2008. You then have obviously the full-size Bowen, which is again a super impressive piece. You then have the Imaginarium art piece, which I'm partial to. I love it. And then you go on to the XM piece, which every time it's elevating it to another level, taking it to a next stage, and you're like, wow, this character arguably has some of the best statues ever, when you look at all of them. And then all of a sudden you go, and then here's a Sideshow one. You're like, oh, okay. No. Is that what you're going to offer? Is that what you're going to go with? Is that your, okay?
You best go at it.
You look at, like, I even turned over the base for the bus. It's from 2008, 13 years ago. 13 years later, you're showing your take of it. And, yeah, I just find it very, like, disappointing. I find it very, like, oh, really? And also, I think one of the other points is...
I just don't like the Hulk at all. I really don't like the Hulk.
Yeah. But I think as well, when you have the Hulk versus Wolverine, which is a really nice statue. I mean, I am quite biased because I love 181 cover, but I think they captured it very well. And I think also because I'm biased that I'm more critical about it. And I think they did a very, very good job with that. To then go, we're going to make another Hulk diorama. Deep down, I was excited, and I was thinking to myself, "Oh, I could head this off, and I could put this on the opposite side of my room, and I could literally have my Hulk and Wolverine, and then my Hulk and Hulkbuster, and potentially, I don't need my big, imaginary art one anymore because I can represent him in this smaller area." And I got a little bit excited about hearing about that, and seeing it, I'm like, So, yeah, disappointed. I'm very disappointed. I mean, I would like to see it in person. I'd like to see how it looks in person.
I don't like all them lines going up that Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't like all that. If you look from his chest, from his left side of his chest, he's literally got meant to be like skin pulls or whatever they are, but there's like lines going all the way down. They go all the way down his sort of obliques and abdomen and stuff like that. It's not a great sculpt on that Hulk.
It's just like when you look at, like, if you look on his left side and you're almost looking, you're like, what is that? Is that a lat, or is that his tricep, or what is that? You're just like, you don't even know what it is. It's so, like, some of the anatomy is just so bizarre and just so weird. And then, yeah,
but they've made it so bizarre by literally crunching up, messing with it. It just, it's a terrible. What they've done, I reckon that the sculpt on this Hulk was probably decent, and it's been fucked with into this pose in such a stupid way. So whoever's done the direction on this, again, I think that's where people need to be putting their eyes at them.
I think as well,
to have a little word with their art direction lot.
I think their art direction. I mean, like, I'm not even. I'm actually a little upset with Dave Igo anyway, but so I'm not his best friend. I mean, he was meant to come on our chat, and he went on another chat, and I messaged him saying, "Fuck you, man," because he was meant to come on ours first. But anyway, but if you look at the chin where it's tucked into the chest, it just looks so strange. Look at that. It's so, like, indented in the chest. But I mean, my point there was the fact that, when Dave Igo was the art director, he made some questionable choices with some pieces, but as a whole, he put out some epic pieces. Now, there are a lot more questionable pieces than decent pieces coming out. I don't know. It's just bizarre, really bizarre. And I think they do need to look into.
Did he go on a chat of people we like, or did he go on someone that I don't like?
Yeah, no, we like him. Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. I don't mind.
Mr. Positive. He did go on the one you didn't like, with the one. No. Anyway, so let's move on to the next.
I thought you were going to date DCX when you said I like them. I didn't think you were going to say that.
No, I wasn't DCX. I wouldn't have an issue with that.
Oh, I like them. I don't like the other ones.
DCX. Sorry, not DCX. I'm just saying that again now. But here's the comparison against the Hulk versus Wolverine. This is like meant to be the size scale. Here's the comparison. Apparently, size-wise with the dioramas, but I don't think that's right because that Thor can't be 28 inches tall, so I don't think that's right anyway. Anyway, then this is the
pictures,
these are really
Jason.
Nice. Jay's son, definitely check out his channel. I will literally be posting it. I'll post it in the comments anyway, but he put out some really, really good pictures. Shared.
This is like who's this Deja? Deja Thorn.
I know
Forest?
that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's something like that, but I can't remember the name. It's
I'd never get away with having this in my fucking setup.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
Missus take one look at this and go, "What? What's that?"
I do think that. I do think that there are certain people where they just say, "Oh, what's the problem?" Blah 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 blah. But I think there is sometimes where there are statues that are too pervy. I've had these conversations with someone like definitely Brian Tan, where he is him and what's his name. If you're ever in a conversation with Brian Tan and Frank Chow, it's going fucking south really quickly. They are dirty little fuckers. They really are. And anyway, but I've just posted. I think I did. I just posted a comment for myself, which is Jason's channel. Definitely check him out. He shares videos on our channel. What I tell him to do is he says to me, "Oh, can you share this? I'll give you this to do." I tell him like leave it on your channel for a couple of weeks, get your views up, and then we'll share it as well. But definitely check out his stuff. He's a really good guy, really down to earth, very knowledgeable.
That's a good review. That's a very good review, and his pictures are great.
The best thing about Jay is I don't need to edit it. It literally will. He is so like to the point that there's no cutting needed.
Perfect.
But this piece is fantastic. I think when I saw this piece, I wasn't that interested. I mean, it's
you take the nipple tassels off.
I don't think you can. It's what's it called? John Carter of Mars, Princess of Mars, all that kind of stuff. Burroughs artwork and things. Did you ever watch John Carter of Mars? No.
No.
Should watch it actually with Georgie.
Don't tell me that. Last thing you told me to watch with my son was Castlevania fucking anime, you dizzy fuck. Don't tell me.
It's a Disney film, so it's not bad. And
but you don't understand what's bad and what's not. I fucking, at the moment he's like well impressionable, man. Jesus Christ.
Let me type John Carter of Mars rating. John Carter of Mars rating.
Let's say PG next to it.
They give it like ratings, actual ratings. John Carter of Mars. What the fuck does this do on IMDb on my phone? It comes up straight away.
What is it? Age rated.
12A. Maybe there's a little bit of titty.
12A.
Yeah.
My 2.5-year-old son. Okay.
Yeah, but do you know when you were
you're back to your best? Yeah, but listen, in my day, Jaws was a PG.
Yeah.
How is Jaws a PG? Jaws is a PG.
The really funny thing is back in our day, Star Wars, I believe, was a U, which is like a PG. It's a U. Cunts get their fucking arms cut off and shit like that. Toy Story
animal gets fucking cut open and put inside to keep warm.
Yeah. Toy Story came out and it was a fucking PG. So Toy Story was higher than Star Wars, where they're fucking slashing people up.
And the same as Jaws. According to them, Toy Story and Jaws are on the same level.
Yeah, but in one of the Toy Stories, Mr. Potato takes his lips off and calls him an arse kisser.
That's not enough. That's not the same as being eaten alive by a shark on film.
Yeah, but do they like kind of make it into some kind of it's educational or something?
There's nothing educational about being eaten by a fucking 27-foot shark or 25-foot shark.
You got the,
apart from the fact of, I don't advise you to go swimming in the sea. That's pretty much my advice to you.
Well, the funny thing about that is it was a PG, and you now, as a nearly 40-year-old man, you're still terrified of swimming in the sea because of Jaws. So
no, I swim in the sea. I just don't swim in I wouldn't swim in certain waters. So, for example, I wouldn't go swimming in California. I wouldn't go swimming where I know there is a high shark attack rate. Like not as in it's a high rate, but they're fucking man-eaters in them waters. There's no that I'm getting in there. There's no fucking way. I ain't getting in the waters in a fucking boat. You understand me?
I was in the sea playing around with a little fucking bull shark. Yeah, smart move. Anyway, so this is in the new Mythos line, which is the Anakin Skywalker.
Looks like baseball swing, doesn't it?
Yeah, one of my problems again. I mean, I'm sorry, this sounds like we're bashing Sideshow. I mean, Sideshow are still one of the leading companies out there, and they do put a lot of good pieces. But one of the problems is when you then have a line that deteriorates, it's not good. When you look at the Mythos line originally, which is the Vader, the Gamorrean Guard, the Darth Maul, the Ben Kenobi, and you look at these pieces, the Ben Kenobi is arguably one of, it's such an amazing detailed statue that has one of the best storytelling elements of any statue today. And you look at these pieces, and now you're looking at the Mythos line now, and you're like, okay. It's kind of, there's a lot of stuff taking a step backwards. Don't you believe, or not?
I think I think there's only one place to go from that Mythos original 4 pieces, and that's down. I don't believe that you can keep hitting wins like that. Them four pieces, them 4 statues are 4 amazing statues. And in fact, if you were to talk about any line, I mean, let's have it right now. Beast don't look great, Rogue don't look great from XM. Neither of them are setting the world on fire. You can't continually have XM Magnetos on throne every single time you make something. The line,
I think it was the first XM piece, X-Men piece.
But this is my point. You start something, and that's the standard. You deviate from it, you drop. We can all say the same things. Very easy to say. Easy. For me, I think what you're talking about here, which you haven't eloquently put, is that they seem to be in a bit loose with their character designs now. So there was elements of realism and storytelling going on, and these have all gone a bit cartoony and a bit weak now, a bit limp, a bit Disney. That's how they look. Whereas there's grit and there's realism and there's darkness in the first 4. They all just sort of are very, very well done.
Well, especially the Vader.
I think
Vader captures the character so good, and then I mean, as I say, the Obi-Wan Kenobi tells such a story.
Yeah, I think Ventress looks very good.
Oh, she looks fantastic.
There has been a couple of good wins in that one.
You're right
as well.
You're right.
But
the what's his name? The Emperor. And you said you don't mind the Emperor, but I'm not too keen on him. I'm not too keen on that pose and the way his legs are together.
I don't think the Emperor is in keeping with the mood of the original 4.
No.
I think Ventress you can maybe be able to get away with. You put Ventress in with that 4, and I think you're okay. But I think there's a little bit. I think it may be to do with the licensor as well. I think it might be to.
Oh, for sure, and I know all about
that. I think they're limp dick in this, and I think they're moving away from the sort of dark sort of look of it.
Well, I don't think it's to do with the moving away the darkness. I think it's more to do with moving away from what has actually been shown. And I think before Disney got involved with the Star Wars license, there was a little bit more freedom in what you could produce. And then as soon as Disney gets involved, it's like, show me a actual screenshot of where that happens. So now this could be from Attack of the Clones or where Clone Wars or wherever.
Likely it is.
So that's where it's now gone to a stage where you're not going to see that nomad version of Ben Kenobi because it never happens. And it was kind of that element of the storytelling which made it such an amazing piece. Totally. You've not seen that. That is a part where that character disappeared and it reappeared between the movies. And they kind of had this story of this is where, this is what happened in the middle. And
they filled in those blanks, didn't they?
Yeah. And I think Sideshow did a fucking amazing job of filling in the blanks. with that piece. I think it's unfortunately it's a 1/5 piece, and unfortunately that Vader's a 1/5 piece. Otherwise, I would have had that Vader in my collection. But I think that
I have
is
it.
the problem.
I have every intention to buy those pieces.
Mm.
Every intention. And that's why I've got the Skeletor and the Hordak and stuff. That's to go with that.
And we got the Sideshow Thanos, which is in hand pictures, which actually looks a lot better than a lot of people thought it was going to be. What's this one?
I saw the unboxing of both. I saw the unboxing on both of these, the modern and the classic.
Yeah,
these pictures actually look a lot worse than the unboxing video did. The statues.
These are what you sent me.
Yeah, I know. These are pictures. These are collectors' pictures. But the unboxing video, they do look a bit better than these pictures.
Yeah. Which one look better though? The modern or the which one look better?
They're just slightly different colours. So the classic.
As a Thanos fan, which one do you prefer?
I like the modern one more because it's metallic golds instead of the custom.
This is
gold.
a modern, is it? Modern? No.
I think this is classic. The classic. It's this sort of yellow and this like blue. The other one's a bit different. So
actually,
that's my preference.
I won a first appearance of Thanos in a raffle the other day.
Congrats, man.
Thank you. Going to sell it because it's a Pence copy. I'm a bit snobby about that. Don't like it. This then is something which I've actually been quite excited about talking about. And
it's amazing.
This is something which, when we did our chat last week, and we came from not doing a chat for a couple of months and whatever else, so many people actually said to us, "Can you talk about the Tweetheads Joker?" This is a 1/6 scale. There's been so many comments about this saying, people wish this was core scale. I think this looks really nice, really impressive. I mean, there's so many Easter eggs hidden on here. I've only just noticed now because a lot of the time when I look at these images is on my phone, which obviously I do have a big phone. I've got like
very limited
S20 Ultra, but like it does limit what you can see. I mean, I haven't actually noticed that there was a Batman cowl on the top of that throne.
It's his cape.
It's actually the whole cape.
It's this thing, and then the back picture of it. See the knife?
Oh, yeah. So
see the knife that's sticking up there. It wraps around, and then round the back of it is the whole cape and the fucking knife stuck into the.
And then you can see like the camera, which is a reference to the Killing Joke. Covers. There's so many.
This is where art direction is so important, and this is where, when you nail it, the most of the bulk of the work is done. You do the direction, you get the direction right, you use the right sculpting people, the right idea, and then you're fucking flying. And this piece is stunning piece for me.
They're cooking with gas, man.
One of the best fucking Joker pieces out there, easy in any scale.
Really, I mean, that's the thing as well. Is this is actually a big coincidence. This is Dave Ico art direction, but the thing is
like a coincidence at all.
No, I'm saying
I think he's a very talented man. I have to say
no, I'm not. I'm saying from what we were talking about before about how Sideshow have lost him to. It's not to do with the fact that we are fanboys of him or anything like that. It's just this is the time where he's moved there to there, and you see the actual progression of this company to the.
What does that even mean? Is that is fanboy meant to be a derogatory term for someone who does good work that you credit? Am I meant to pay attention to trolls who just want to hate on everything and everybody? Fuck them. I'll fucking like who I want. Call me a fanboy if you want. I give a shit. It doesn't make any difference to me, because at the end of the day, it's very easy to destroy anything. At the end, credit where it's due, and I think this guy is a very talented man that's done a really good job with Sideshow, and now he's taken Tweeterhead and he's moving them fucking in the right direction. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no.
Meanwhile, Sideshow, their art direction's taking a little bit of a fucking south turn. It's a little bit like.
Do you know who their new art director is?
Who's?
Or one of them?
Who?
Sideshow.
What?
He's the guy who was like. What's his name? Buttnado something.
All right.
He's the new art director. Yeah, he's one of them. Yeah.
Where's his background for that role?
I don't know. He was nice for a while. I don't know. I don't know
Oh,
enough
great.
about him.
Okay. Just go work for the biggest company in the world then, because you're an artist.
No, I don't know. I don't know his background. I mean,
Tell you what, man, I lay bricks once or twice. How about I fucking build this, fucking chapel in the middle of Venice? That'd be all right.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know his background as much, but I just know him from.
Well, unless he's worked for
the
all the other companies and built himself up and then got to the big dance, then maybe they might want to look at that a little bit. Because as far as you've got to go and earn that, right? You've got to go work for other places and put out some fucking cool shit work, and then you get picked up. And if that's the case, then that's great. But by the stuff that's coming out at the moment, I would say that probably you might want to look at that, because the stuff that's getting past him at the moment, I don't know if that's okay.
But also, like, from his, I mean, like, you got to be the devil's advocate sometimes. But I know that we are talking about what we see on the community and what we think ourselves. I mean, obviously, art is subjective, and from obviously having access to statistics of sales within a company, I can actually see that you see a piece which gets utterly slated on the forums, but sales are higher than the piece before, which was getting praised.
Yeah, sure. I believe that for real.
It's not relative, and
no.
Yep. So, but this piece going back, Joker. This I think is a really, really impressive piece. I know a lot of people have messaged me saying that the Sideshow allocation sold out too quickly. They are pretty upset that they can't get the exclusive, and they think that, because I know Tweetheads put out a post to say anyone in the US will get shipping of $25. Anyone anywhere else will have to go through Sideshow. That's what they said. And a lot of people got pissed off by that because Sideshow's exclusive allocation sold out really quickly. So yeah, that's something that I think Tweetheads needs to work on. I think shipping from companies is something they do need to work on. XM need to work on it. They Prime One need to definitely work on it. They need to have their own shipping logistics in place, and a lot of them don't. And I think that is something where you can gain more customers by having a good shipping system in place. If you all of a sudden say, I'm selling you $1,000 statue, but I'm going to charge you $600 to ship it, you're going to lose a lot of custom. When
but you should always have the option. I don't know if Tweethead have made the right call then, saying if you're not in the US, then get it from Sideshow. I think that's a bit of a silly move. I think they want to keep the ball in their court and just say, look, we will sell worldwide, but the prices will be significantly different. And if you're happy with that, then you're happy with that. If you're not, then I suggest you go with Sideshow.
Yeah, but I then think there's more to it than that.
Of course, there's more to it than that. I know that, you fucking idiot.
I think there's more to it where Sideshow are. I don't know if the right word is allowing, but Sideshow are saying to Tweetheads, you can take over our Master Universe line, possibly our Thundercat line, and you can continue with these lines, but you need to distribute for us. So I think that's an element to it, and I don't know whether
you've got to give a little to get a little. That's business,
of course. But I don't know whether this conversation is more about this is what we have to do rather than this is what we can do.
Who says either of those things are important? It doesn't need to be the be all and end all of anything. At the end of it, that's business.
And that's the camera then, obviously, from I think it's Killing Joke with the cover. Then you got the cane there. So much detail. That reminds me, of Cyborg, because there's scenes in Cyborg where he has the blade come out of his shoe, and the version I had on VHS, all of those were cut out.
Dude, you're well off point, man. Stay the fuck on point. I don't know where you got that link. That's a really bad link.
No, because we were talking about Cyborg earlier.
No, we were talking about Cyborg about 2 hours ago. We're talking about statues now.
And
Now
money
you're
there,
talking
and then
about like details in it.
even
You're talking about
the
details missing from a film that you've got.
the gasoline
Fuck.
coming out there and the clear resin of that gasoline looks fucking fantastic. That looks so fucking good. Look at that. That looks ridiculous.
There's so much detail and textures
I like
on
that.
this. It's
I like
really
that. So
impressive.
then these are Tweehead's production pictures of the Poison Ivy. So yeah, just they're coming, they're ready, and they're going to be shipping to you guys soon. On to XM. So this is a piece where XM teased, which is the XM Apocalypse. I've seen the full image of this, and this piece is really impressive. Right, I'm not a big Apocalypse fan, but I like it. I really like it. And George, I think, wants to pick it up. So yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm after a good Apocalypse, and I think Apocalypse is a character that XM can really nail. I really do.
A lot of switch outs and things as well. Can't go into all now, but yeah. It looks impressive. Beast, which obviously is getting very, very mixed reviews. People are complaining about the scale on this, which Beast ain't a tall character.
Nah, he ain't.
That's the funny thing. Beast ain't a big character.
He's very hunched a lot of the time, and he's
always crouched. Yeah, and he is crouched over in this.
Yeah, but even when he stands up tall, I don't think Beast is much bigger than like around about 5'8", 5'10".
It's 5'9". I think it's 5'9". Yeah.
Well, there you are. I said 5'8", 5'10". If he's 5'9", he's right in the middle of what I said. He's not big. Exactly. He's not a big character. There's a lot about this that I think is really nice.
I don't like the glasses.
No, the glasses are bad.
I think the glasses. I don't like. Neither of them. They're right at the end, but yeah.
Scaling wise, it's fine. I like the arm. I like him holding on to the two things, like he's ripping them apart as he's coming through them. I kind of like them. Yeah. I think there's a glossiness in this that I completely agree looks a little bit like he's fighting out in the rain. Which I think with fur, I just don't know about that. I think you wanted a little bit more fluff and stuff, a little bit more of that kind of hair detail rather than it look like he was a bit wet.
I think he needs a bit more vibrance in his blue. A bit more. Like a pump, like a. When you look at that, it's kind of like. But if you have it in a collection, if you have this in, a lot of people do have black brown detoffs and black brown mesters and things like that. If you have it in a black brown display, you look for a collection and other things are going to pop way before this does. You want to have it as like a more a royal blue, maybe, more like some blue that's going to grab your attention. And also, I think the black wash is maybe a bit too heavy on this.
Definitely agree. And I think
it could be the pictures we've got to do for
It needs better anatomy highlights here.
Yeah,
it's all just. I know he's hairy and stuff, but remember, it's a comic, man. The back looks better.
I'm going to stick with this and say that I'm a hairy person, and I believe I have a six-pack at times, but you can't see it because of my hair.
Okay. The thing that bothers me really is I don't like either of the portraits. All of the rest of it is actually forgivable. But I can't get into the faces.
Yeah. What's up, Roman helmet? We're getting onto the faces actually soon. I mean, I think they're right at the end.
I like it with ripping the finger off and stuff and all that. It's cool. Yeah. Like the multiple angles, like the base thing. I love the back. This is bad, man.
Going back.
Go back to that.
No, I will in a second. But the with the hands, the thing is as well is I do hope that when you display the Sentinel hands together on the bases, that they are similar scale, and I doubt that's the same scale as the Magneto one. And who else has got one? Is it Wolverine? No, that's the Sideshow one.
Wolverine's got the head. Sideshow Wolverine does.
Yeah. There's another
Magic.
one.
Magic has one. Magic.
Yeah, and it's like especially with Magic, because that's a more current kind of piece. they need to be maintained that they are the similar scale. You can't have like one where it's like a Jeremy Beadle, where he's got one big hand, one small hand. Can't have that. But yeah, there's a hand. There's no lenses in there.
I don't like it anyway because it's the same portrait as the other head with glasses on.
Yeah.
There's not enough of a differential there. And, you talk about Prime 1 and other companies taking the piss like that. And I think XM have been guilty here. I think there's a lot of depictions of Beast. And do you know what I want? I want a calm one. I want the screaming one, and then I want a calm one. I would like a calm Beast drawn. He can be snarling if you want him to be snarling, but not screaming.
Oh, switch out. At least you need one switch out where he's
I need it to be different. For me, there's no other switch outs for this. So for me, there should be 3 heads. There should be a minimum of 3 heads with this. There should be 3 portraits. There should be 1 screaming, 1 calm, and 1 completely different sort of style.
I actually think that's quite funny because you have like a lot of the characters. This goes back actually like to the beginning of XM. And you used to have XM. The complaint was that the characters all looked Asian. And then they release Psylocke, and she's not Asian enough. Then you have all the recent pieces, which are Rogue and a few other pieces. They're too calm, and they have a nonchalant look on their face. And then you get Beast, who should be like that, who actually has emotion. And it's like, you need to get that you need to capture that right. You need to, have your character and establish, that, and they're not doing that. And I've said that to them with, I think it's Rogue and Psylocke. I said they're in an action pose, and they're like they're fucking, baking cookies. And you can't have that. And with Beast, it would be great because he is a more calm character. I love the original comic where he's reading the book. I think that's nice. Obviously, you can't have him on top of a central hand reading the book.
But that Beast also is a modern styled Beast.
Yeah.
I think there's depictions of Beast. I mean, you can see there. That's not bad. That one's not bad. I don't really like the way this hair thing is going in the middle.
Yeah.
It just looks like untidy.
Yeah.
But they're just they're just too close.
I'm not going to lie. I mean, I obviously haven't seen this picture of this piece in person yet, but we do have a new photographer. I don't think these pictures are great for this piece at all. When you look at the women, I do think that the Rogue face, even though she's unemotional, and the Psylocke, they look fantastic. They're painted great, but I don't think
for me,
Beast.
For me, there's too much black in this. It's too dark.
Yeah,
and I think I can live with the first portrait, but I think that the glasses one needs to be scrapped completely.
I think if you look there, there's no lenses.
I don't care. It's not the minimum. It's not. Yeah, you need the glasses, but
yeah,
the hair's all different and stuff. But I just think maybe a change of the mouth, or bring the mouth together so that it's like showing his teeth but not screaming.
Yeah.
And then maybe lose the glasses. Keep everything else, but you bring the mouth together and fucking use the glasses. And then you want a completely calm one, because that's the irony of Beast. He would be in the middle of action, and then like just walk off and be like, sort of like, as he came out of that Sentinel's chest, he'd be like, he'd fix his glasses and be like, or he'd look at him and go, that was interesting. He'd be like completely, that was his sort of way. So I think a calm sort of head wouldn't go amiss here.
I think
as an option.
Nice.
Yes.
No, I think a very good point. I don't think it's I think it's a valid point for sure. Master painter should have been used for that Beast paint up. Master painter would have been used. A high level painter would have been used. From my experience, I think there's issues with the photography in these ones, but yeah, I don't think the painting is an issue. I think the actual capturing of it with the photos. I need to see this in person too, and I'm actually going to ask. I'm going to email him soon, PM, and asking for more pictures of like.
Ask if we can review the prototype. Tell them to send
Maybe.
it.
Yeah. What's up from Windy City? John Band, what's up? Chicago. She's white, one iteration. She's Asian. Another. She doesn't have specific. I was talking about Psylocke. Yeah, her name was like Katie something or whatever it was. Her first appearance, she was white. Yeah, not Katie, but Elizabeth. So yeah, portrait looks more like Elizabeth Braddock more than Psylocke. We know. Yeah. Okay. Then go through these. This is the Captain Marvel.
I like this.
I think the faces on this are great. I think the base on this is great. My only issue with this is some of the flame elements, which actually a few people complained about. And Seng came in and said, all right, what we'll do then is we'll give you this and we'll give you what you want. So they're going to actually give switch outs on the flames and give you different types. So, yeah,
wow.
that's listening to your customers. So, yeah, so you got the short hair version here, loads of texturing on the thigh, and like the great suit there. A lot of people were saying that they wanted like a more of a Miss Marvel take with the Waybird suit, but you're not allowed to do that anymore, unfortunately. Licensing wise, they won't approve it. So this is the only version you can actually do now. So yeah, it's not as simple as saying cool. just do this. Yeah, the punk rock head is fantastic as well, and even this one's great for when you get close up. They all look great. So yeah, even Bum Bum looks good too. I'm a big Asp fan. This then is the Raven versus Malik. You can buy this singly, Raven or Malik, or you can buy the set for a cheaper price. So you can actually pose these two face to face, a standoff, or back to back. I believe the story of this is there was like an apprentice and a master, and then obviously the apprentice turned against the master. So that's the case. So that's why we've done that. And then you also get the switch out hands.
I really want to know who the apprentice is and who the master is.
This is where Vass needs to come in, because this is Vass's world, big time. I don't know. Malak is Raven is a much cooler looking character. So I believe Raven is the master, and I believe Malak is the apprentice. Yeah.
I would have gone the other way.
Here we go. So we got 4 coming in here. Oh yeah, he agreed. Yeah. Boom. Raven is the master. Malak. Yeah,
nice.
There we go. Well, it's always the guy. I mean, Star Wars is quite predictable, unfortunately, where it's always the apprentice who turns into the Sith, isn't it? So, and I actually, out of these two, I love the Raven. I actually really, really like it. I think it looks very, very fucking cool. Yeah, so basically, XM Studios took a bit of a break from the Star Wars line.
Show me more pictures of this.
They've come back now with the kind of Republic, and I think
I like that.
Yeah, I don't think they look better, but they're back to back.
Back to back, or
is the way.
The next one as well is nice as that way.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, angled.
I like them both. Them both look cool.
I think Raven is a much cooler character, which actually is quite surprising, because normally with Star Wars, it's normally always the Sith who is the cooler character, isn't it? But I think Raven is much cooler looking. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Look, 2 sabers as well, and yeah, I think that looks great. Look at that one. Yeah, very nice pieces. Raven comes with the switch out hands, and Malik comes out with the switch out head.
Yeah. So, mouth open.
And mouth closed. That looks cool as well, right?
Yeah, they do. Like switch, they do. I like how universal they are to the switch. Literally, you can put one on one side, one on the other. Doesn't make any difference. Back to back, side to side. It's cool.
Oh, I fucked up. Raven is the Sith, apparently. Yeah, so that does back up what I said. Why then has Malik got a red saber? And someone's saying here about one core scale Mandalorian or Ahsoka XM would be killer. there may or may not be allegedly speaking from around a table of drinking beers.
Maybe getting made. Listen,
maybe
Jesus.
there may
never calling you as a character witness for court.
Yeah. Well,
you just simply say allegedly it's being made. It may be getting made allegedly.
I want it to be more vague than vague. Is what I want it to be. So, what are we talking about? Mandalorian. Yeah, Mandalorian could be a really cool license for XM to work on. What's next?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah. Speculation. So, very cool. Very cool. So, wait. See Raven's red saber. They both have fucking red sabers.
They do both have red sabers.
Thor's going on like, he's a Sith. They're both Sith. Oh,
they are both Siths.
Okay.
Well, they're both Siths because they're dark side. One is the master and one is the apprentice, but they're both Sith. Man.
I'll lay you off.
You said at the very beginning, there always has been the apprentice turns the dark side, and you're like, the master is the dark side, the apprentice is the dark side. They're both dark side. No one's turned. But you say Star Wars is predictable. In all the films, they talk about this actual master being overthrown pretty much by the apprentice. That's the natural order of things.
But
they teach, they nurture, and you can't really call it nurture, but they inform, and they are the master. And then eventually, the apprentice becomes powerful and can challenge and take over, just like lions.
Yeah. But you know what happened? We watched all of the Star Wars movies one after the other.
Well, were you asleep for part of them?
No. But the thing is towards the end when we got to like, what was the new ones? The new ones are fucking dreadful anyway. But we got to the new ones, and Natalia.
This proves my point. I always say to you, which is you watch all of it in a row, back to back. You don't have any breaks. So you know what you lose? You lose the ability to actually obtain the information and store it.
Yeah.
You're moving through it too fast. Anyway. And then when it's over, you're a bit like, I don't even know what the fuck happened through half of that because it was all just a big mess.
The last three were fucking dreadful. And by the end of it, Natalia literally said to me, she literally looked at me when we were watching the one with, what's his name? John, I can't remember his name now.
Adam Driver.
Adam Driver and all that one. But it got to the point where we're on the second one of those ones. And then she goes, they better not make another fucking Death Star. That's what she literally looked at me and said. Anyway.
All right, come on, let's go through. You've got 9 minutes and I'm done.
So then we got the Green Arrow. This is the 1/6 scale piece. So, this is just a little tease to show you that being painted up. Rebirth. Psylocke. And again, this has been argued that this has no emotion in the face. And I kind of agree with, elements of that where, she has this action pose where she's jumping across. And I think there at least should have been one where you see a little bit of teeth. You see a little bit of like, her kind of,
That should be a
I think there should have been, even though there's like this calm head, that calm head, there should have at least been one where she's showing some.
Well, why couldn't the ponytail be calm and then that one be the screen?
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. There should have been one where at least if the butterfly head is wild,
I really don't feel like the action of this is translated at all well with those portraits.
Yeah. No, I think
they look like they may as well be on a fucking Instagram photo shoot. I think it's awful that they have zero emotion in their face, both of them.
Yeah. No, I think there should be some emotion. Definitely.
She ain't even got any. She ain't even doing that thing with her head. She had Botox her. She should be like fucking. There should be all these lines here. The brow should be up. There's just nothing happening on any of her.
Well, she got her eyebrow up there, so yeah.
Did somebody ask her what 2,611 divided by 4 is? Because she looks confused.
Other than that, they should definitely have a switch.
The rest of it is fantastic.
There's action. I think that is the letdown. The letdown is the emotion on the face. There should definitely be like a not. I wouldn't say an anger, but like as you say, where there are the creases in the brow, or just like where they're doing like she's got her arm on like that, like like a teeth where she's like what's the word, like when you load up for a punch kind of thing. That kind of thing.
Yeah, but you're missing the. That because people are obsessing about that, you miss all the other stuff. The pose looks great. The weapon looks fantastic. I'm digging the base. I'm digging the colors, the metallic colors, clean paint. I'm digging it. But the fact is that, it's not even about, maybe screaming and stuff. There's focus. When you focus, you should be focusing. She's not focusing. She's looking nonchalantly in the direction of something.
Camera.
She's not focusing on anything. I mean, she's going to hit somebody with that sword. She's jumping over something. There's a level of concentration that should be on her face, and she looks like she's not concentrating.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think she, as you say before, where it's like an Instagram. She's posing more for an Instagram photo than actually being in a fight, and I think that if you're going to have these. I mean, the problem is these heads, and we're going to move on to the Rogue afterwards, is these heads look great, but, you need to then have a switch out, which is going to be that. But there is also the element of, you have approval from licenses as well. There is that too, but yeah.
I'm sure they're allowed to scream, Alex. Can't hide behind the licenses.
So this then, here we're moving on to the Rogue. So this is the Rogue next to the Gambit. And because she actually has the other card for... there was always the question, especially for myself, because I have gambled a little bit in my life. And he has cards which are meant to be like a royal flush, but it doesn't make up a royal flush. And then she has the additional card to make that up. And
That's
that
clever.
was kind of the
like
plan for it. But then the argument is she is taking his power, arguably by having the card, but there's no charge in the card. So definitely there needs to be the charge in the card if she's going to have that power. She can't just be holding a random card. But it's that same kind of argument where the face sculpt, again, is fantastic, but there's no emotion to it. Look, it's like she's holding sentinel parts, but it's just like she's in a dressing room putting on a belt.
Show me her face, close up of her face. Go through some pictures and show me.
Oh, let me see if there is a close up. So that's the size. Yeah.
So you haven't got one. The only thing I would say about the Rogue is she seems to have a little bit more of a focused look. Eyes are tight. She's focusing. I think it's better than the Psylocke in that regard. I think there's more focus and more determination and drive in that pose. It's like she's done the damage and she's looking at somebody else and she's saying, "Do you fucking want someone?" Or it's a bit more like that. It's a bit more like post doing something and about to start something else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I get that a little bit from her face. Whereas in the Psylocke, I get nothing. I get fuck all from that face. I get nothing. So the Rogue isn't as bad. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Rogue's better. I can live with the Rogue. I think it should have maybe a screaming head or at least and you know what? You can even turn it the other way, man. Put a fucking smirk on her face.
Yeah.
Put a little smirk on her face. Rogue's quite cheeky.
Well, that
she's full of one-liners. There, she might have a smirk there. Let me see that face.
Yeah, look at the angle there.
Zooming on that.
Oh, this is good. Oh yeah. How about a shot of Rogue's behind? This is actually something that came up.
She got a cock.
No, this is something which you're going to hear here first. Basically, on the website, you will not see an image of the back because it hasn't been approved yet. So the size of the arse hasn't been approved yet. So we're still working on that. So we can't show it.
That's amazing.
one of the funny things is when you look into licensing is when you have regions and things like that, is you have to abide by different rules, or you are also restricted by other companies in your region too. So when you have a piece like Mystique, for example,
Yeah.
she had to be put up against a wall so you couldn't see her ass as much, because in the XM movies she was being shown as a teenager, an underage teenager. So at that point, the XM couldn't show her as a grown-up female in a sexual way because of that. But other companies in different regions could, because they had different standpoints to what was right and wrong. So there is
Gotcha.
it's not black and white.
No.
And working for a company, you see things which you obviously don't see as a collector, and when you see them, you're like, "What? What
Yeah, how fucking stupid
you
is
are
that?
you are literally miffed on a day-to-day basis from what you see."
Show me a close-up
Yeah.
of her face now, so I can have a little look. Yeah, that's definitely a smirk. I can dig it. That's a smirk. I'm alright with that. Rogue, I've got no problems with.
Good bit of titty.
Rogue, I've got no issues with at all.
Good physique. Maybe a bit more camel toe, but you know, we're all right here. All right. Anyway.
I hate to say the words from Weird Science.
Which one?
Bigger tits.
Bigger tits, yeah. Bigger tits. Weird Science. I wish I had done long ago, actually.
I love that film.
He don't hold up very well.
It does for me.
Because so they're the two faces.
Yeah, there's a smirk there and there's a sternness there. I can
but that's the point, is the fact that they did the smirk face. So that's the point where it's not just these switch out nonchalant faces. And I think with Rogue, that's actually the funny thing as well, is with Rogue, it's like, you know, you have a character which is Asian. Everyone's been saying that a lot of your previous characters
Rogue's not Asian now.
Psylocke, sorry.
Yeah.
So Psylocke, they're saying, you know, you are making all these characters Asian. You need to make an Asian character. You get to an Asian character, it's not Asian enough. That's funny. That's like almost comical, no?
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think that, you know, I think Rogue actually is incredibly playful.
Yeah.
You know, with
especially
her,
in the animation, she's
so I like the smirk, and I'm getting the character from it. So I think the Rogue's cool.
I used to fancy Rogue when I was younger.
Yeah, I'm a bit into Rogue myself, actually.
Yeah. Are you allowed to admit that?
She'd definitely be my choice.
Is that like kind of Creole accent? It's like, yeah.
There's that too, but there's also the point that you can't touch her, can you?
Creole. Yeah.
That's the point. It's like the untouchable woman. As a man, that's like you can't, you know.
That's like a lot of the girlfriends of my teenage years.
Oh yeah.
I like to butter her muffin. The Rogue portrait is beautiful. Emperor in the house. Boom boom. Carl in the house too. There you go. Lack of emotion from Psylocke and Rogue. I think Rogue, as George is saying, Rogue has more, but Psylocke needs to have it should have had
Rogue's emotion is subtle, but she's moving from destroying something to about to fight with somebody else. So for me, that's depicted very well. It's a smirk, and then there's a sternness and a sort of like, really, do you want some? It's a bit like that, which I kind of like. The Psylocke, I get nothing. I don't know what she's doing. And I'm not getting that storytelling.
And then we move on to Hulkbuster.
The Hulk transformation recast.
Yeah.
It's a recast, isn't it? It's a recast of it. You just get the Hulk and then you put some panels on the top of him. My God, if people knew how actually statue fucking making processes, maybe, you know, you really, honestly, it's quite alarming how many voices online go out and really speak openly. They make bold statements like that. It's really quite funny. You sit there and you sit there and you hear it, and you're just like, wow, fucking wow, man, wow.
I think actually Jem actually received the prototype and made some very valid points. There were some arguments about the fact that it was started off as a total bashing and saying that this character is just a basic rip-off of Hulk transformation. I actually did some work last night for XM. I work for XM. I did some work. I went through a lot of old renders and sculpts from 2014, 2015, 16. And these pieces are pieces which are only being released now. So when you think about Hulk transformation copying, Swamp Thing copying Hulk transformation, it's not actually possible because of the way that they are so far apart that it is not even imaginable. Hulk transformation was shown in 2014-15. This is now Hulk transformation came out recently, but it's so far apart that why would they bother copying it? And also, it's not a case of putting vines and things onto a sculpt to make it. Every single piece is sculpted the same way. You take a T-pose statue, literally you have a build of a character, and then you build upon that. You add the clothing, you add whatever. So this would be taken from the start and then put in the pose, not the other way around, where you take a pose and build the statue on there. So to say that it's a total copy is actually quite funny. But the other argument then, when
only funny with how ignorant you are and how loud you are online, you should maybe research how statues are made and then bring something to the actual argument with some point of education and intelligence instead of just because what you're actually doing, you've got to be quite careful of is what you're actually doing. You're accusing somebody of something. You're accusing them of something that's wrong. You're saying that they've basically copied somebody's homework, even if it's their own homework. They've copied their own homework.
That's the funny thing is their own
You've
homework.
copied your own homework and you're showing it here and you're doing all these things. And that's great. But before you start going on the groups and saying them kind of things, maybe you might want to look and see from zero to actually when you get a shown piece, all the process that goes into it.
Yeah.
Because you want to have a look at that because it's an intelligent thing to check because it's a lot more than you ever realize. And like Alex is saying, the way that it's been said is like they've gone from Z to A, and it's A to Z. The way that people make out is like they've just gone. There's the whole transformation's done. Let's bring that over here, and let's just put all this.
Whole transformation sold really well.
And
let's just fucking do that.
But one thing that somebody did put on there, and I can't remember who it was in some of the things, but it's the same person over and over again, and their comment was the one that was relevant and important and made sense, and they said that. They don't believe, there's not really the pose that, the whole transformation part, that's the element. They just feel like it doesn't fit the character as well.
No, I agree.
As it could. And I completely, I don't read this character. I definitely feel like this pose seems to suit the long hair one more. Don't know why.
That was something which actually came up afterwards because obviously my job is to review these complaints, and these comments keep me in the job, so I'm happy. But
keep them coming.
They keep them coming. Keep making these fucking stupid comparisons because I will have a job, and I love having my job. So the thing is about this is like, sorry, I've lost my point now because I just sidetracked a little bit, but you can make that comparison. It's funny, but the point that Jim Mint as well made was the fact that he is more not like reaching to the
Angry.
sky and angry. He's actually pulling the vines up as he does. I mean, my only connection with this character is the 1980 game. What game?
He's in a game, isn't he? In one of the games?
What fucking game are you talking about?
I'm sure he's in a game.
No,
Sure he's in a fighting game.
Nah, my only connection with this character is not even the TV show that came out recently. It is actually the 1980s movie that came out. That's where I have a link. I watched the
mine's from Injustice. I'm sure he's in Injustice.
I watched the recent TV show. I watched 2 or 3 episodes. Injustice 2, Ken is saying.
Yeah, that's it.
Ken J is saying he's in Injustice 2. I watched the original movie where I think it's Wes Craven actually, and he's in a rubber suit and he's fucking rolling around in the water. And I feel sorry for that fucking actor, whoever did that. But that's my only connection to the character. But when someone says that doesn't capture the character, that is something different. But when someone says this is a total rip-off of the whole transformation, but what they do is deceitful and they mirror the actual images to make them match more and resize, then that is a problem when you kind of do that.
Because what you're doing there is
you're trying to make it fit your argument. But yeah,
exactly. Well, but also you've taken a lot of time in trying to hurt someone, and that's a lot of work.
Especially after
instead of it being just an observation.
Especially after you've just been removed from the XM group.
Oh yeah, but that gives motive, and that's part of it. You know, people. You know, that's the problem. People coming out with their loud voices. The motive is always what you got to question. What's the motive? You know, why
Having worked in advertising for the last 20 years, I'm curious how this post got through the creative process at XM. Aren't the creative reviews of numerous possibilities and potential posts? What actually happens as well is at XM, they give the artists a lot of creative freedom to make the pieces they want. But the main point that people have to remember and that they're not even considering is this has gone through DC and DC has approved this. So DC
who made this character
represents our character and we are happy for you to make it. So that is one of the things as well, which is, you know, XM have made a piece, designed it, created it, sent it off for approval. DC have come back and gone, boom, love it. That's awesome. Make it. So, you know,
maybe arguments, maybe the argument might be slightly flawed then.
Well, I don't know. But yeah.
If it's their character and they built it and they created it and they wrote it and they don't have a problem with it, then it's kind of hard for anybody else to really have a constructive problem that has any weight.
If you go through panels as well, there's a lot of panels.
Personally, I don't like this. Personally, I don't like this statue at all. I just want to put that out there.
I don't like this head. I don't like this head.
I don't like the statue at all. I don't like the pose of it, and I don't like the statue. I mean, for me, I still really like Prime 1's version. I actually like Sideshow's more as well. Them two I like more. But I don't like it for different reasons. I don't like it. I don't like it because of anything that other arguments have been.
So you don't like it because?
No, I don't like it, not because people say it looks like X or Y or any of these things. The reason why I'm not really feeling it is I think that it's a bit messy. I think it's a bit messy. Not really a big fan of the paneling and colours and the way it's. For me, it's very it's like browns and greens and light brown. This is a bit like, I really prefer the Prime 1 version, and I actually really like that one that Sideshow did, where it's like walking and he's like all going to one side, it's all one piece.
Right.
I kind of like that piece.
I
wouldn't buy any of them.
So Stucker's going to bed is more.
God bless you, brother. I'm going to the movie. I'm 13 minutes over.
We're literally we're right at the end anyway. I don't know if I agree totally. I mean, like, I think one of the other elements of the argument, the counter arguments, is the fact that when you have companies like Sideshow and the Prime 1 ones, which are delivering on the most iconic pieces, you look into it and you're like, how can we address this character in a different way? And
yeah, I get the different thing, but I think Sideshow captured the character best, and I think Prime One just has more switch outs and.
But I think the problem is that if you then deliver the character where the most iconic, obviously, is that character walking out of the swamp. I've also seen a really cool one, which only shows this much of the character, like from the chest to the head, where it's literally a base, which is like a swamp, and then him coming out of the swamp like that, and that's fucking cool. But when you then look at that and you go, okay, Sideshow have done this iconic pose, Prime One have done this iconic pose. Okay, where do we go from there? What do we do? And as a company, I think if you then go, all right, we're going to do the iconic pose where he's walking out of the water as well, you're just going to be compared to that other company. So you then go, all right, I need to do something unique. I need to do something different. And then you do it, and you're like, wow, this isn't iconic to the actual statue.
You're hung for it.
And you're kind of like, I'm not just talking about Swamp Thing. I'm talking about any character anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think that is always a challenge, and it's always difficult for any company to get that balance right. And you will be praised or lynched for taking
initiative,
a creative like spin on something. You're always going to be like, either wow, you just took that and it paid off.
I would have liked there to be maybe like water probably underneath it would have been good.
Yeah, more
sort of a lake or something, a swampish,
Yeah. Is that a word? Is that swampish a word? I said it too. We both said it. It's a burnt oak word, yeah.
Where from?
And that's all of it, by the way. So we got to the end.
Good, nice.
So we got to the end, and now we're actually up to date. We actually done 2 weeks of no customs because we felt, if we're going to do anything, we need to catch up on the actual licensed pieces rather than anything else. Also looking at the customs, I really don't want to talk about 163 Magnetos and 74 Wolverines. I just don't want to.
And 135 Silver Surfers.
Yeah, they're getting bad. Silver Surfers get bad. And the funny thing is,
Samurai Wolverine, Truck Driver Wolverine, Ride Your Bike Wolverine.
What was the last one
now? Viking Wolverine.
Yeah, they're getting so bad.
Lumberjack Wolverine.
The thing is I am a big Silver Surfer fan, and I'm a big Wolverine fan, actually, but I've not actually seen my perfect Wolverine yet. I need.
I think my favourite Wolverine is the one where he's the army guy.
That's nice. Yeah.
I really like that Wolverine.
The one I hate to admit I like. I like that Danny Hines one.
The Wolf.
I like it, yeah.
Everyone we're liking that, man.
I was nearly close to buying it recently.
Even with his spastic anatomy, them stupid muscles on his legs and everywhere else.
Yeah, but it's Marvel versus Capcom.
Legs don't look like that in the fucking game, full of shit.
No,
Stupid
I like it.
It's got this weird fucking muscle that literally comes up his quad and goes.
I was very close to buying it recently, but then it was like it might be a fake. I'm like, you can go fuck yourself then, So yeah.
Yeah, it's hard because it's like a very famous piece now in terms of the hobby, and people charge max money. So there's recasts of them. So you need to make sure that all the information you do have on the piece fits what information you should have. If there's any grey areas at all, you should avoid. So if it's like if you should have X and you should have Y and you should have B, and you only have X and Y and B's not there, you should fucking walk away. Walk away.
I would love to see how the creative process works at XM. I would love to see a wall with a shit ton of concepts and potential poses and different. Well, actually, around September we are
the wall of China
Opening.
would struggle
Yeah.
with all the fucking concept shits people come out with.
We're opening a gallery in September or so in Singapore. We will be showing a lot of the concepts there. I actually did I did a report yesterday, actually, based upon the Joker and how the XM Samurai Joker developed from the start to finish, and that is actually a really interesting journey. It went from being like a Yakuza to being this, the thing it is now, and it's like Jesus is gone such a totally different direction. It was the Yakuza where he had like a fat henchman on the
Was
base.
he like a boss?
Yeah, so he had like a fat henchman on the base. He was stepping on him. That was taken away because it was disrespectful. Japanese culture would never do that to a dead body. So it moved on to then he's in like a Ryuka, and then he's in like a standing on the table with a Japanese samurai armor next to him. And I think at one point there was even a sword through the samurai armor. And then it was like, yeah, I mean, we know that Joker is disturbed and one of the most crazy characters ever, but in Japanese culture, no one would do that to a samurai armor because it's so disrespectful. And it's just like, okay, and then
but the funny thing is, the thing is with that argument though is that the Joker, that just means that he would do that.
I know, but
any
yeah, I know.
No,
what you're
not really. Your argument is completely flawed because the character should outweigh everything else. And let's be honest, the whole point of what makes Joker Joker is that he's not bound by the constructs of every other human being. So what every other human being would never do, like bomb a hospital or anything like that, he will actually go out to try to achieve.
No,
so if you actually put in front of him and say, okay, these are 5 things that literally you would a Japanese person would never do, Joker would just be like, okay, and then all 5 of those things would be done within 10 seconds.
Yeah, Joker.
Yeah, you sound like you had.
A little bit. No, I know what you're saying. And the argument is just, but the point about it is they won't agree with it. They're like, in Japanese culture, people would never do that. People would never do that in Japanese culture because it's so disrespectful. And it's like, yeah, but that's the point of the Joker. He does not give a fuck. He's schizophrenic, so
not only does he not care, but he would have every instinct inside his body telling him to do exactly that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
All right. Anyway, everybody, no, we've had a really good day, really good time, and
some of us had a lot more fun than others.
Well, fuck your couch, man. I bring my shit over and bring your fucking CGCs over and send me that money you owe me. Anyway.
Money?
Yeah, because you're going to owe me money for CGCs,
right? No, you've clearly drunk now and forgotten the whole conversation today.
Yeah, well, you said you're going to bitch out of everything.
Yeah, pretty much. Most things.
All right. Anyway, hold on. After the chat, anyway, I've got to talk to you about something. No, it's good news. Don't worry. Don't scratch your head like that. That's worrying. Don't be worried because now you're going to get on the defensive. Don't get on the defensive. No. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. 3.5 hours, and now we're up to date. So again, the game plan was to catch up with all of the licensed pieces. Be up to date with the licensed pieces because that's the priority. They're paying the money to put the pieces out. So we have now gone to say, so next week we will hopefully be putting out the custom pieces or whatever. If you want us to show anything, talk about anything next week, make sure you send me or Gio a message and we'll cover it next week. And thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. And it's been awesome. I've missed this. I really missed this for the last couple of months. And it's actually a good way to vent. A good way to get my sexual frustration out, All right. Thanks, everyone. Take care. And you got any words, Joe? No?
Just peace. See you next week.
Okay. Goodbye.